Others are securing the perimeter and the outer perimeter, if you will.
How can something like that play be practiced and still adhere to the regular season practice rules outlined in the collective bargaining agreement?
Because it's about timing and pad level, and certainly you don't have to execute the play against an opponent to hone those skills on both sides of the ball. The people at the bottom of the push, man, the pad level and running of their feet is critical. You can do that with 2x4s running across the gym floor like we used to do when I was in high school, man, to teach pad level, for example. And then the timing component is about precision on offense. Sometimes you proceed fast. Sometimes you dummy cadence them and do some things to try to get a free set of downs. And on defense, it's about ignoring all of those things and being ball key ready.
After the way Dylan Cook played against the Dolphins, are you willing to say he's the answer at left tackle for the rest of this season, or do you just
and that's just the urgency in which we're living right now. It's week in and week out, and certainly he did enough, and I'm thankful for his contributions in the construction of victory on Monday night. He'll start and play.
Years. Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
So, who's up for dessert? Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
84 Lumber is your one-stop destination for top-quality materials and personalized service. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a first-time do-it-yourselfer, 84 Lumber is open to the public and ready to help you with your project from estimate to build. Their 14 Pittsburgh area locations are open on Saturdays for your convenience. Don't wait. Visit your local 84 Lumber to stock up on supplies this weekend, and let's get building together.
What is life-changing medicine? Is it returning to the playing field or your favorite hiking path after an injury? Or running with your grandkids after a joint replacement? At UPMC, life-changing medicine is all those things. Through innovative research, rehabilitation, and advanced surgical procedures, our experts get you back to what you love doing. UPMC, changing healthcare, changing lives. Life-changing medicine.
I'm Jamie Bordas. What makes our law firm great are a lot of the same things that make the Steelers great. We're tough. We fight. We win. We understand that it takes great preparation to get great results. We've been successful for years, yet every day we still strive to be better. We're a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers because we're a lot like them. Oh yeah, we also hate the Ravens.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. The Mike Tomlin Show is brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome back to the Mike Tomlin Show, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lions coach Dan Campbell was an NFL tight end for 10 seasons for 3 different teams, the New York Giants, Dallas, and Detroit. And you went against him 4 times as a secondary coach in Tampa and a defensive coordinator in Minnesota. What kind of player was he, and in what ways is he the same kind of coach?
That's a very good and interesting question. Man, he played with great intensity. He was about that combat, as we say. He was a point-of-attack blocker. He was the type of guy, particularly in the era in which he played, There were a lot of 4-3 teams, a lot of tight inside running game, 2-back running game, and things of that nature. And so your tight end had to be an absolute man, and he certainly was that. Statistics probably doesn't outline the success he had in his career because he was a heck of a point of attack blocker and finisher. And the Detroit Lions reflect that in personality. And I think he coaches with the aggression that he played with. And I think that's why they've been able to turn that thing and have a level of consistency and success during his time there.
Hank Fraley is Detroit's offensive line coach and run game coordinator. And before he got into coaching, he was an NFL center for 10 seasons. And you came across him as an assistant coach when he was a starter for the Eagles and as a head coach when he was a starter for the Browns. What kind of player was he, and in what ways is he the same kind of coach?
When I heard that Dan hired Hank, it made sense to me because very similar football character, effort guys, finishers, guys that do the things that you can't measure. I remember him from his time in Philadelphia as a secondary coach of the Bucs, oftentimes in the NFC Championship. We were involved in some battles with those guys. And as a secondary coach, man, I always told my DBs to be careful around the pile because Hank was coming. There've been some rules that have evolved over the years that minimize some of that. But I feel that spirit in his offensive line group and he, as a run game coordinator in the run game and their commitment to it. It's a perfect marriage between Coach Campbell and Hank. And I think that the consistency of which they run the ball and the amount of success that they've had, 21 rushing touchdowns this year from their running back tandem is an indication of that commitment. They're doing a heck of a job. I respect it.
With Fraley as the Lions run game coordinator, is there anything different or special in Detroit's approach to running the football?
They're not trying to trick you. That's not Hank's style. That's not Campbell's style. It's frontal assault, if you will. It's win by attrition. And I certainly can respect and do respect that.
Jahmyr Gibbs has far more carries and yards than David Montgomery. How do the Lions utilize each of those running backs?
It was probably a more even division of labor, but less so of late. And that happens sometimes when you change play callers. I guess about 6 weeks ago, Coach Campbell absorbed the play calling. And to be quite honest, as a head coach, he's probably less beholden to any of those guys in terms of distribution of the ball. Some guys benefit, some guys lose, and certainly you feel his affinity for Gibbs and what he brings since he's been calling. But also you feel an uptick in the contributions of Williams at the receiver position since he's been calling. But that also could be a component of the lack of Laporta as well. And so we really focus a lot on the schematic since he's been calling it because every play caller is different. It can be the same playbook, but every play caller is different. And certainly the uptick in work for Gibbs and maybe the decrease in work for Montgomery can be traced to Coach Campbell calling it.
You mentioned Jamison Williams. He's one of the two wide receivers, one of their top two wide receivers, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. How are they utilized, and what areas of the field do they specialize in?
Both guys get a lot of touches, particularly of late since Coach Campbell's have been calling it. It's been more even. You felt St. Brown more at the early portions of the season when he wasn't calling it, particularly in the red area. And some of those things, you saw some schematics geared toward him. It's more balanced now, and I guess that's what I was referring to in our earlier conversation when I said Coach Campbell's probably a little bit less beholden to any of that. He's just trying to move the ball and score points and utilize all his weapons, and you certainly feel that. But they're a formidable tandem, those two guys. It's a lot of football over the last 5 or 6 weeks or so since he's been calling it, going through that tandem in Gibbs. It's about those three guys in just about any and all circumstances, and we better do a good job of being thoughtful about working to minimize them.
For the second straight week, you're facing an opponent in a situation where a loss eliminates them from the playoffs. Does your team have to match the Lions' desperation today?
We're desperate. It's that time of year. I respect the position of those that we compete against, but it's more about us and our journey. There's urgency in our journey. The road's getting narrow. We feel that urgency. We need to play with that spirit. I don't talk a lot about the status of the other group. It's assumed. It's that time of year. It's like musical chairs this time of year. You walk into stadiums, two teams walk into a stadium, and sometimes one team walks out. And I have respect for that. I think our team is educated in that way. We're interested, obviously, in maintaining and improving our position, and that's our mindset.
If the Steelers walk off the field this evening with a victory, what is most likely to have happened to contribute to that outcome?
That we've done a good job of minimizing explosion plays of their offense. I think explosion plays are the lifeblood of their offense. They average 6 a game, 20-plus yard plays, run or pass. They got a home run hitter at running back. They got a receiver tandem that we've talked about that's formidable. And so we certainly have to minimize explosion plays. And on the other side of the ball, we got to play good situational defense. Golf is special, having a special year. He's completing 70% of his passes. He's getting rid of the ball on time and all of those things. Down in and down out, you're not going to win all of those downs, but the weighty ones, possession downs, red zone, making them settle for 3 and things of that nature. The situational play we have to excel in.
That's the Mike Tomlin Show, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Bob Labriola. Rob King, Max Starks, and Missy Matthews are next as we count down to kickoff. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Mike Tomlin Show was brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The only station where you get Randy Baumann mornings and Steelers football.
This is a good thing.
Is 102.5 WDVE, Pittsburgh.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know what teamwork and a winning tradition are all about, and so does the team at Calusi Chevrolet. Having been in business for over 107 years, they know what it takes to keep customers coming back year after year. Things like great pricing, great selection, and great service after the sale. So take it from me, Will Howard. There's never been a better time to buy or better dealer to buy from. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin III. Top out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
Hi, I'm John Henney.
And I'm Dara Henney.
On behalf of all of us at Henney Jewelers, we invite you to become one of our cherished Henney couples.
Our friendly, no-pressure team can help you find or create the perfect engagement ring.
We personally handpick every diamond to give you the highest quality and the best value you'll find anywhere.
Complete with Henney's Hallmark customer service. We can't wait to welcome you to our newly renovated store on Walnut Street in Shadyside. For information and appointments, visit HenneyJewelers.com or follow us on social.
Henney Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
Home remodeling shouldn't be stressful, and at West Shore Home, they're proving it doesn't have to be. With real-time scheduling and precision scan-to-plan accuracy, they make your remodel fast, easy, and convenient. From tub-to-shower conversions and walk-in tubs to full-bath remodels, windows, and doors, hundreds of thousands of homeowners have trusted West Shore Home for a consistent, reliable experience. And right now, when you buy a full-bath remodel, you'll get a second shower for free. Learn more at westshorebath.com. That's westshorebath.com.
Barry Wargenis from the Gateway Clipper. Host your wedding, social event, or corporate dinner and showcase the city to your guests. Destination entertainment with dinner, drinks, and unbeatable sights. Book your boat today. Visit gatewayclipper.com for information.
Discover the timeless elegance of Vinoski Winery, where centuries of tradition meet unforgettable experiences. Just minutes away in Ross Draver, PA, enjoy handcrafted wines barrel-aged to perfection. Sip and relax on our scenic patio, explore the castle grounds, or unwind in our spa. Pair your favorite wine with live music during one of our concert series, or celebrate with friends at one of our special events. Visit VinoskiWinery.com or on Facebook for more details. Vinoski Winery, family tradition, timeless taste.
Yo, it's Mark Madden. If you're shopping for a new TV or appliance, Voss TV and Appliance is the only store for you. Voss is a locally owned family business with the buying power of a big box store. Visit my guys Rick or Matt at Voss TV and Appliance and get up to a $3,000 mail-in rebate on Cafe brand appliances. Voss TV and Appliance, serving Pittsburgh more than 6 decades with the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Visit Voss TV and Appliance at VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS.
it comes to your roof, trust matters. This is Brian Murphy, and I own Easy Home Exteriors. Roofing is where we shine, so if you've been thinking about replacing your roof, let's talk. I use quality materials, do the job right, and never cut corners. You won't pay for big overhead or pushy salespeople. Just honest, affordable work from a local guy who cares. No gimmicks, no games, just roofing done right. Call 412-678-7008 or visit easydidit.com.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
The Steelers will try to maintain their AFC North lead while the Lions, 8-6 like the Steelers, try to keep their playoff hopes alive today in Detroit at Ford Field. I'm Rob King. I'm joined by Max Starks, Missy Matthews, and you are listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. Countdown to Kickoff is delivered by Little Caesars, official pizza of your Pittsburgh Steelers. Order online during the Pizza Pregame and get it delivered or pick it up in store from the Pizza Portal Pickup. Pizza. Okay, Max, the Lions' path got a little more convoluted last night. They just know that they have to win games. They cannot afford a loss. We know what's at stake for them. What's at stake for the Steelers here this afternoon?
So for the Steelers, it's keeping pace, right, with what the Baltimore Ravens are doing. They play after us. They play the New England Patriots. So with a one-game lead, this allows us to keep that distance and make that game on Week 18 a little less meaningful if you could take a victory here tonight. We could lose both of these games and still have a tilt in Week 18, but why take all that pressure? Get a win here in Detroit, a place that you had a lot of success. The Lions are still trying to find that first victory against us since 1991. So there's a lot at stake here for the Steelers just to keep pace and keep the lead that they had and they enjoyed earlier this season.
So both these teams are really banged up. The Lions are down both their Pro Bowl safeties, a starting cornerback, their top two tight ends, including former Pro Bowler Sam Laporta. But forget about them, because Missy Matthews, the Steelers have their own injury issues they're dealing with heading into play today.
With TJ out, Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator, said he has a bigger body like Bud Dupree, so maybe that will help today with the running game that they have. But also, no Isaac Seumalo. Dylan Cook, who got his first NFL start, said he leaned on Isaac last week to help him get through that first game. Hopefully, he's able to do that without Isaac today. But the one good news, Derek Harmon, who has missed the past few games with a right knee injury, he is back and ready to play in front of his hometown.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. And that could be a big item because the Lions, they're a powerful team. We know about their speed. Gibbs, Williams on the outside. But if they can run the ball, they will run the ball. When they run for over 120 yards a game this year, Max, they're unbeaten.
Yeah, and that's what the big Steelers task is going to be. How do you slow down Gibbs? How do you slow down Montgomery in the backfield? We know about Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams. They're going to get theirs, but they're not as successful when those guys have successful games. It's Strolley in the backfield, controlling the ground game, controlling time of possession. But they're going to have to do that being shorthanded on the interior of that offensive line. You already have a rookie in Tate Ratledge at right guard, but now you're down to your third center. Kingsley Aguakun is in, rookie from Florida, only had 3 offensive snaps so far, so he's going to be tasked with having to man the center position from a slightly smaller stature and frame than what they're used to in the middle. And you're without Tristan Colon, and you're without I'm going to say it wrong. Awashika.
But that's actually not bad because they have Chris Mahogany back, who was the original starter. He went out. Awashika stepped in. So that's actually mixed bag for the Lions on that offensive line. Hopefully the Steelers can take advantage. And just quickly, Max, this might be a shootout. Hopefully for the Steelers, they can keep that Lions offense tamped down. What do the Steelers need to do offensively to be successful?
Offensively, DK Metcalf, you've got to go to the edges. You got to test this battered secondary for the Lions and free them up because they're going to want to play a lot closer to the line of scrimmage. They know we want to run the football. We ran it 32 times last week, so they're going to be keen on keeping that 8th guy down in the box. And if you do, that's when you're going to have to take the one-on-one matchups, right? Single high, let it fly, as Wolf used to love to say. And it's something that's been an axiom that's kind of helped. You're getting one-on-one coverage with DK Metcalf. They can't roll the coverage and double him, so that's going to be key.
Steelers and Lions coming up. This is Rob King. That concludes today's pregame show. Kickoff is next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Randy Baumann mornings and Steelers football. This is 102.5 WDVE Pittsburgh.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Life is a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
Chris, owner of Prescott Roofing and Masonry, Pittsburgh's full-service roofing and masonry company. With over 100 years in business and a fifth-generation locally owned company, we've been tackling Pittsburgh roofs since 1906. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing, shingles, slate, tile, rubber, gutters, copper work, masonry restoration. We do it all. GAF Master Elite and James Hardy certified. Free estimates and financing available. PrescottRoofing.com.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henny Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
This legal disclaimer is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of the National Football League or the Pittsburgh Steelers is prohibited.
So here at Ford Field, the Steelers win the toss. They elected it first, so they'll get the ball to begin the second half. The Lions will get the ball to begin the game. The Lions in their blue shirts and sort of a silvery white numbers. The Steelers in the gold pants, black piping, and the white jerseys. And Missy Matthews, when the Steelers take the field defensively, it's going to be a milestone game for Cam Hayward.
That's right, Rob. It is his 226th regular season game, but Cam is making his 191st start, passing Hines Ward for the third most in Steelers history. 2.5 sacks on the season. Maybe today without TJ Watt and Nick Herbig, we can get him involved in that game as well.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. First things first here, Max. Very dangerous return men for the Detroit Lions. We have Jacob Saylor's back, averaging 27.1 yards per return. Tom Kennedy, he's not been the regular returner, has come on lately. He's averaging over 30 yards per return. So hopefully the special teams unit can come up with a stop. The Steelers kicking left to right in front of us, just waiting for the all-clear sign from national television to start this matchup between 8 and 6 teams. Already been a great weekend of NFL football.
I mean, we got it started last night, and we saw a thriller at the end of that Bears and Packers game.
Thursday night with Seattle and the Rams.
Seattle Rams. I mean, we've been treated to a college football playoff. Everything. This is a feast du jour of football spectacles, and hopefully we continue that with the Steelers game against this Lions squad.
Carolina beating Tampa Bay just a short time ago, as well as Carolina has seized control of first place in the NFC South. Here's the boot by Boswell, and the kick is going to be taken by Sailors. Far side of the field at the 1 yard line, heads straight up the numbers, and is tripped up by Carson Bruner as he gets across the 25 out to the 26 yard line. And so the Steelers will come out defensively here against this Detroit Lions team. Was that Peyton Wilson on the stop? Peyton Wilson?
Yeah, Peyton Wilson getting in there. A little bit of early action for him. And good to see 9-9 Derek Harmon back in that starting lineup there with Cam Hayward and company. And they've got a big task today. Got to stop Jahmyr Gibbs and stop David Montgomery.
Ball's at the 28-yard line, set on the right hash, and they will come out with Jared Goff in the shotgun. Immediate snap, looking right, throws out in that direction to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he makes the catch along the sidelines, is ushered out of bounds by Joey Porter Jr. A pickup of some 7 yards on first down out to the 35-yard line.
And just a quick, easy pass for Goff, playing out of the shotgun there, so you didn't see the run formation. And a quick, easy off coverage by Joey Porter just to keep things in front of him.
Shotgun again, 2 receivers split to each side. Now they'll reform a tighter bunch group, and Goff will go under center with Jahmyr Gibbs as a lone setback. And play action pass. Goff looking, and he is swallowed up, taken down by Keanu Benton, who now has 5.5 sacks on the season, right up the middle.
And this is what I told you. Kingsley Egukan is one of those guys. He's only had 3 snaps, but actually, you know who he beat? He actually beat Christian Mahogany because they were running slide pro to the right, so a quick swim to the outside, and Keanu Benton fell on the back legs of Keanu Benton, but he was ripping at the ball, and that knocked it out wide. And the tackle for the loss, and Gibbs having a little bit of a tough day so far to start this game.
So 2nd and 15 after a 5-yard loss, and Goff starts under center now. Wanders back into the shotgun with Gibbs to his left and 4 receivers to his left as well. Back to pass, out to the left flat. It is complete to Ferkser, the tight end, and he is forced out of bounds as he crosses the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. And for Ferkser, just his 3rd reception. Mentioned no Sam Laporta, the former Pro Bowler, no Brock Wright, his backup at tight end. So it's Zylstra, Ferkser, Ricci. Of those guys, only Ferkser has receptions. That's his 3rd of the year.
3rd of the year, yeah. Nobody else is getting thrown to, and the big targets are St. Brown and also Williams, and then Gibbs is their number 3 receiver that's active today.
And he is to the right of Goff in the shotgun. St. Brown in motion left to right on a 3rd and 13. Goff taps both sides of the helmet. Eligibles do the same. Now gets the snap. Back to pass. Steelers bringing 4. Pocket collapsing. Complete over the middle of the field. And out to the 45-yard line. And close to first down yardage. That is Khalif Raymond. And it looks like he's got enough for a first down.
And for Khalif Raymond, you have to think they're got a lot of coverage on there. Raymond gets the mismatch with Patrick Queen, and that's why he's able to kind of escape and get to the first down yardage, because the Steelers were running a soft zone. And a lot of attention has been paid to Brown and Williams early in this game. So Khalif Raymond, who's their number 3 receiver, that's only his 17th catch of the season.
Yeah, he can really run, too. They've got a lot of speed at the wide receiver position. Now Goff under center has Gibbs as the lone setback. Handoff to Gibbs, left side. Some penetration by Harrison. He's able to avoid that tackle as Gibbs, but taken down by Sawyer after a pickup of maybe a yard off the left side. So excellent penetration, throws off the timing there.
It does. Malik Harrison just fires on a pre-designed linebacker dog, and he's in the backfield 4 yards deep, and Gibbs sidesteps him, and Malik Harrison just narrowly misses him. But with that slowing him up, allowed for everybody else to converge on Gibbs.
So a pickup of 2. Gibbs remains in the game, left of Goff in the shotgun, 2nd and 8. Steelers 4-man rush. Goff now steps up, throws on the run over the middle of the field. It is complete. And guess who? Ferkser again at the 35-yard line of the Steelers. And another first down for the Lions. And Ferkser has already doubled his total of receptions on the season.
He did, and he just got right in the middle, just dropped right behind Patrick Queen and Alex Highsmith, who was in off coverage, defending that curl flat zone. And Cam Hayward was almost there, almost hit Goff, but Goff gets the ball off.
Now Montgomery checks in for his first action of the game. Goff under center will give to Montgomery. Montgomery tries to go up the middle. He is bottled up and wrestled down and thrown back for a loss. It was Y.A. Black who met him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the interior of this offensive line for the Lions is having a tough time against the interior of the Steelers' defensive line. So Steelers doing a really good job of bottling up the line of scrimmage and not allowing these running backs to really find too many lanes. Now, the converse of that is you got to defend the second half.
Right.
You got to be
right.
able to generate pass rush in those passing opportunities and disrupt the passing game for Jared Goff.
2nd and 10. Goff under center. Gets the snap. And gives to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for a hole. Finds one on the left side. Bursts through. Crosses the 20. And is down to the 18-yard line before he is taken down by Jalen Ramsey. So, patient run there. Waited and then found a little gap and burst through it.
Yeah, explosive play. Montgomery runs up the backside of his backside guard, Tate Ratledge, and then makes a cut to the left. And actually, that was Sewell actually got all the way down, and he made a cut off of him and got the explosive play for the Lions into the red zone.
Empty set now. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Goff in the shotgun gets a snap. Back to pass, looking at a crossing pattern incomplete, intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it was Joey Porter Jr. in excellent coverage, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, tight coverage from Amon-Ra St. Brown in the left side slot for the Lions offensively. And Joey Porter, looking like he was on man duty on him, just gets the hand in between the hands of Amon-Ra St. Brown to deflect that ball away.
So brings up a 2nd and 10, 4:43 remaining. First quarter, Steelers leading 3-0. Goff in the shotgun. He has Gibbs to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Steelers bringing some pressure to throw over the middle of the field. Complete again to Ferkser. His 3rd catch. This is down at the 4-yard line. And it is a first down for the Lions.
Apparently nobody read Nobody read the scouting report on Ferkser.
What scouting report? He only had 2 catches coming in.
He has over 1,000 receiving yards in his career.
So Gibbs is the lone setback. True enough. Gibbs the lone setback. Here's the Lions hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap and the give to Gibbs. Gibbs looking off the right side is stood up there by Alex Highsmith. Maybe got a yard from the 4 down to the 3.
And this is the physicality zone. You expect the Lions and Dan Campbell and company. This is 4-down territory for them in these situations. So for the Steelers, you're going to have to try and defend 3 yards and 3 downs potentially in this moment.
And the Lions, by the way, a team, we should point out, Max, that goes for it a ton on 4th down.
Yes.
By the way, the number 2 red zone offense in the league as well, converting on touchdowns over 2/3 of the time. Goff under center, gets a snap, and the give. Oh, tremendous penetration. Jack Sawyer hammers Gibbs back at the 6-yard line.
And you have to think Jack Sawyer's a little sauced up in this one, coming into that state up north as an Ohio State alum. He had a little bit of a celebration there looking around the Michigan faithful.
Oh, boy, what a terrific play for Sawyer coming off the left end and now bringing up a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Montgomery is checked in. Goff is under center. 2 receivers in the tight end to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Now crabbing motion. Both men move on the right side a little closer to the left. And now the quick inside hit. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has his, once again, penetration by Cam Hayward. Throws off that play. He's tackled at the 3. Excellent job by the Steelers defense again.
And a big-time play. Peyton Wilson was the man coming off the edge and made the initial hit on Amon-Ra St. Brown that redirected him back up into the scrum of Steelers bodies in the middle that was allowed to stop him. And you're right, 4th down here, going for it. This is a Dan Campbell quintessential thing. He loves to go for it 4th down inside the red area.
And it was Sawyer again, by the way, on that stop on the little pop pass to St. Brown. Goff under center. Gets the snap. Play action pass, rolling out to his right, looking, rolling, looking, trouble, comes back, throws, and it is incomplete. Joey Porter Jr. right at the goal line knocks it away from Amon-Ra St. Brown. And Max, what a stand by the Steelers defense.
Bend will you will. Bend as much as you will, but you will not break in the Steelers defensive line. And Steelers defense did a tremendous job of stopping and thwarting the Lions' attack. They got down the field, but was not enough. Great job, Steelers D.
2:07 remains in the first quarter with the score: the Steelers 3, the Lions nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
Tackle any project when you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. They'll put together a game plan that's a winner every time you need materials for your project. And their new showroom is now open. Stop in to check it out and see everything you need in person. Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and much more. They'll help you get to the red zone of your project every time. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
Rob King here, introducing the Wolfley 73 at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. And 73% of every sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
The Hep C Cure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now. Find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite? If it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone, listen. They're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Hep C, I speak screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me. Come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin III. Stop out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
Right now during the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event, well-qualified current FCA lessees get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X 4x4 for $339 a month for 42 months with $2,409 to its signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 26,250. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery from dealer stock by 1/5. Jeep is a registered trademark.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
So 2:07 remaining here in the first quarter at Ford Field between the 8-6 Steelers and the 8-6 Lions, who just went on a 12-play, 63-yard drive. Took 6 minutes and 25 seconds and resulted, Max, in how many points?
Goose egg.
Okay, so the Steelers enjoying
for our Spanish broadcast listeners out there.
A 3-0 lead as the Steelers defense turns back that fourth down attempt at their own. The Steelers' own 3-yard line is where they have the ball now, with the lone setback, Jalen Warren behind Aaron Rodgers. He gets a snap, gives to Warren, left side penetration, and he is dropped in the backfield. A loss back to the 1-yard line. It was Thomas Harper who came flying up on the blitz to make the stop.
And Harper missed the last couple of weeks and played and just filled in the gaps. The Steelers' offensive line gathered everybody on the line of scrimmage, opened the lane, but there was no additional guy for Harper, who was the center fielder, that triggered really fast at the snap.
And so once again, Spencer Anderson is checked in as the extra offensive lineman. A lot of crowd noise here, as obviously they're going to try to see what they can do to help their defense out, with the Steelers pinned back at their own 1-yard line, facing a 2nd and 12. Rodgers under center. Motion man is Jonnu Smith. Quick pass out to the left flat, and that is complete. And that is Adam Thielen, who will stretch forward to about the 8-yard line. So just a quick looker out there gets him into a 3rd and 5.
And to make up some of that lost yardage that they had on the previous play. And Adam Thielen, also not a stranger to Ford Field, as a former member of the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure he would love to have a great game in here. Had some tremendous games when he was wearing the purple and gold, now wearing the black and gold. A way better color combination.
Under 1 minute remaining here in this first quarter. 10 on the play clock as the Steelers have Aaron Rodgers empty set in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Gets the snap. Lions bringing 4. Rodgers throws out to the left. It is complete sliding grab by Calvin Austin out at the 16-yard line in front of DJ Reed, and it's a first down for the Steelers.
Safe. I figured we just had a Detroit Tigers guy that was honored.
Derek Skubal was here getting,
and that was a nice slide by Calvin Austin before he slid out of bounds. So he caught that inbounds and then slid out of bounds for the first down catch.
So a slight differential, 3 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. The Steelers don't have to snap it here. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Rodgers under center will bring Marquez Valdez-Scantling in motion right to left, and they will not snap the football. That will conclude the first quarter, and a successful first quarter thus far for the Steelers. Time to make the switch to the second quarter. Brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank for what's next. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. With the score, the Steelers 3, the Lions nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
At Washington and Jefferson College, we don't just equip you for what's next. We empower you to adapt and thrive. At W&J, bold academics meet professors who coach you to succeed. Real-world experience is built into every major. So when you graduate, you're not just ready, you're game ready. Schedule your campus visit today at washjeff.edu. That's washjeff.edu, and see where your journey begins. Washington and Jefferson College, where you learn to adapt to any challenge and thrive in the ever-changing world.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next, because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
Second quarter set to begin at Ford Field. Steelers leading 3-0 after a stop on 4th down at their own 3-yard line. The Steelers picked up a first down, so they have the ball at the 16-yard line, moving right to left in front of us. Gainwell is checked in at the running back. The motion man is Hayward into an I formation. Rodgers pointing out with his left hand toward one of the defenders, gets a snap, and will give to Gainwell, starting left, and then finding a crease up the middle, bursting through, crossing the 30, and out to the 34-yard line.
That looked very reminiscent of the play that the Lions had against our defense. Great lead block by Connor Hayward, going right up head-to-head on Jack Campbell, freeing up the lane, and Gainwell making the cut to the outside off of him as he exploded through for the first down.
18-yard pickup for Gainwell, and a second consecutive first down for the Steelers, who have the ball at their own 34-yard line. Darnell Washington motioned back by Aaron Rodgers, and now the Lions, I believe the Lions want a timeout. There's certainly a timeout on the field. I
didn't see Aaron make that motion either.
Well, the official's kind of milling around. Carl Cheffers is our referee today. See if we get some sort of announcement from him.
A phantom call here?
Yep.
Oh.
So Daniel Thomas is going out, and they're escorting one of the defensive backs off the field.
Oh, Avonte Maddox is the man
Maddox?
Called off the field. It's tough to see from this height.
We
are high up. I mean,
we're in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, we are in the state of Michigan.
Yep.
Seconds on the play clock, please.
So 14:22 is how much remains here as the Steelers now break the huddle after that brief injury timeout. Gainwell remains in the game. And Aaron Rodgers drops back into the shotgun. Two receivers to the right. Now Gainwell motions to Rodgers left. And an orbit motion for Pat Freiermuth as Gainwell gets a handoff right side, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain on the play as Derek Barnes came up to make the hit.
Derek Barnes triggered immediately on the play. He was on the line of scrimmage, and it was a scrum because Mason McCormick had one defensive lineman on him and Barnes on his other side, and you can't take two of them.
Rodgers in the shotgun, gets the snap, back to pass, looking left, lofts down the sideline for DK Metcalf, and some contact down there, but the ball out of bounds and over the head of Metcalf. Rock Yassin in coverage. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And that was a tough play. Aaron kind of floated that one a little bit wide, and I don't know even if DK had enough space, could he have gone up and kept it in bounds. The ball landed and hit the white chalk on its way as Yassin and Metcalf were tied up in coverage.
Jalen Warren is checked back into the game now in this 3rd and 10. Clock stopped, 13:47 remaining, second quarter at Ford Field. Steelers up 3-0 after a Chris Boswell 59-yard field goal attempt. Now Rodgers motions Warren right to left. Gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, now steps up in the pocket and throws left and just throws it away under a little bit of duress and just decided to heave it away. Al-Quadin Muhammad, who has 9 sacks on the season, provided a late pressure, and so Corliss Waitman will come out to punt it away.
And Jalen Warren was the guy he wanted, but because of the pressure in his face and Muhammad looped back to the inside, Aaron Rodgers just said, I'm not taking another sack, and got the ball harmlessly away so they could get a punt downfield.
Khalif Raymond back to receive this punt. Corliss Waitman standing in his own 19-yard line. Gets the snap. Here's the left-footed boot, high spiraling kick. Raymond runs up to grab it at his own 20-yard line. Flag comes down on the play, and Down goes Raymond as he is wrapped up by Carson Bruner after a 3-yard return, 47-yard punt. And let's see what the flag's going to be. They're pointing at this in the Steelers direction.
Did the gunner run out of bounds? I didn't know. I was watching the ball just like you on that one. So let's see what they call on that one.
Yep.
Danny Smith has 37 packs of gum in his mouth. They're showing him on the TV screen.
Yep. So Cheffers is going over to talk things over with Dan Campbell. By the way, Campbell's taken over the play calling duties in the last 6 weeks. The Lions only 3-3 in that time, but the scoring has gone up.
They've scored a lot of points, but they can't stop people from scoring a lot of points either.
It's from 28.8 points per game to 32.5 with the Steelers or the Lions head coach calling the plays. Here's Cheffers now.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15 of the kicking team went out of bounds on his own, stayed out of bounds on his own. That 15-yard penalty was added to the end of the play. First down, timeout.
So that is on Ben Skoranek. 13:30 remains in the second quarter from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score of the Steelers 3, the Lions nothing.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, your trusted Toyota destination on Route 51 South in Pittsburgh. From the sporty Camry to the adventure-ready RAV4 or the tough-as-nails Tacoma, Ken Ganley Toyota is the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle. Need an oil change or new tires? Their certified service technicians keep your Toyota running like new with fast, friendly care. Experience top-notch service, a huge selection, and a team that treats you like family. Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, Route 51 South. Visit KenGanleyToyota.com.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Perfect for tailgate snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop DonsAppliances.com.
Sometimes the biggest business challenges are the ones you don't even know you have. Schneider Downs helps clients solve those challenges. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at SchneiderDowns.com.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers still up 3-0 over the Lions defense out on the field, including Derek Harmon. Not his first time playing here at Ford Field. Played twice here in high school playoffs, once also in Little League. Said growing up here in Detroit, he was a huge Ndamukong Suh fan who spent his first 5 NFL seasons with Detroit. Got a lot of ticket requests, guys, but said once he realized he had to pay for all of them, he put a stop to it. Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ball marked to the 38-yard line after that 15-yard penalty on Ben Skoranek following the punt. And Goff back to pass, looking, throws, and deep right sideline. It is complete to Jamison Williams out of bounds at the Steelers' 41-yard line. And, man, that pass rush almost got home, Max.
It was so close, and Alex Highsmith was bearing down on Jared Goff. If he held it at least a half a second longer, that would have been a sack and not a completion.
21-yard pickup down to the 41-yard line of the Steelers. Marked in the right hash. Lions moving left to right in front of us. Montgomery is checked in at the running back position. 2 tight ends set here for the Lions. Now Goff barking out signals. Montgomery leans in to hear what they are and settles back in. Goff brings a man in motion left to right, gets a snap, hands off, and backside pursuit. Once again, Highsmith swirls down Montgomery for a loss of a couple back to the 43-yard line. Max, they are having great success just firing off the edge on the weak side here.
And because they're running 2 tight ends to the right and they're pushing the Mike point to that right, the backside's coming is wide open. They're not running that receiver on the backside. Normally that receiver in the backside zip motion usually holds that defensive end, but Alex Highsmith is able to re-diagnose and just strafe down the sideline and make the play.
Credit, too, to maybe some stopping at the point of attack and freezing those running backs a little bit as well.
It gives them a little bit of a freeze, just a tick, and that's all that Alex Highsmith needs.
So 2nd and 12. Here's Goff, gets a snap, back to pass, looking right, throws along the sideline. It is complete to Williams on an out pattern down at the 37-yard line. So pickup will make this a 3rd and 6 for the Lions at the 37-yard line of the Steelers.
And the Lions, seeing that the run game is not exactly what they need right now, opting for that now route because Joey Porter Jr. playing off coverage on Jameson Williams, who you don't want to get beat at the line of scrimmage on a jam, and he's running scot-free down the field. So giving him the respect that he is as a fast receiver.
3 receivers tightly bunched to the right. Now Amon-Ra St. Brown motions to the left. Goff back to pass, looking. Amon-Ra St. Brown, nobody went with him. He catches it at the 30-yard line on the left side of the field, gets inside the 20, down to the 17. There is a flag on the play at the 35-yard line, and the gesture is that it's going to be against the Steelers.
Holding, number 33, defense. Penalties decline. Result of the play, first down.
So, Max, Amon-Ra St. Brown goes in motion right to left, does a quick out, and nobody went with him.
No, nobody had. Jalen Ramsey's technically the safety that has him, but he's so wide on the outside that the route underneath by Khalif Raymond cuts off Jalen Ramsey's vision, so he can't get to St. Brown. So a great play call by the Lions and caught a discrepancy in the Steelers' defense.
Goff under center. Now Montgomery the lone setback. Gets a snap, will give, and once again Montgomery hit in the backfield by Alex Highsmith and dropped for a loss. It's a running play to the right, and Highsmith just firing in makes the stop. Another great play by Highsmith.
3 TFLs already for Alex Highsmith and just feasting off of that left side, and it's the unknown side. And that time they actually tried to send a guard out. Right. They pulled the left guard out, and he just ducked underneath the block and made a fantastic play. So great job by Alex Highsmith, who's having a phenomenal game so far.
2nd and 11. Jahmyr Gibbs is checked in. He is to the right of Goff in the shotgun. Goff gets a snap, back to pass. Has time, throws, crossing pattern underneath, incomplete. It was intended for Jahmyr Gibbs. Queen was in coverage. I think Gibbs might have just dropped it.
Yeah, it popped off of his right shoulder as he was coming across on the shallow crosser from our right to left and bounced off his left shoulder. He did not see that ball coming. Got on him a little bit quick.
And that's one he normally catches. As Max mentioned, one of their leading receivers, 62 receptions, 3rd among all NFL running backs, but couldn't hang on to that one. So now a 3rd and 11. Ball at the 18-yard line of the Steelers. Trying to turn back the Lions here. As Goff in the shotgun has 3 receivers to the right. Steelers bringing a 4-man pressure, and the ball is deflected up in the air and incomplete. Great job by Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. It was intended for Williams. And it will bring out Jake Bates and the field goal unit for the Lions.
Yeah, we talk about Dan Campbell being aggressive on 4th downs. Not in this situation. That was 4th and 11, and you don't have any points on the board, and you're down 3. So smart decision by the Lions. But I'm watching the replay.
Williams slipped a little out of that.
Yeah, he slipped out of his break. Yep. off of Joey.
So Bates, 21 of 27 this year, is going to be trying a 36-yarder. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and that kick by Bates is good, and we are tied up. 10-10 remains in the first half from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 3, the Lions 3.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town. Been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers fans, stay in the action with BetMGM's Second Chance. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second instead, you get your stake back in cash. BetMGM is an official sports betting partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Catch every game at the BetMGM Sportsbook and Bar at Borgata. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for T's and C's. 21 plus to wager. Pennsylvania only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
3-3 here at Ford Field between the Steelers and the Lions. Lions ready to kick off to the Steelers. And here are the latest NFL scores brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Arizona over Atlanta 13-10. Big game in Denver. The Broncos leading Jacksonville 10-7. And Houston, with an eye on that game and an eye on the Raiders, leads the Raiders 7-0. Houston red hot right now.
Yeah, I mean, they figured it out. Defense was already hot. Now the offense has finally caught up to what the defense has been doing.
So pretty positive start here so far for the Steelers. 3-3 game as the boot comes and Jalen Warren and Gainwell retreating. Gainwell will take it in the end zone, elects to bring it out. And veering toward the left side of the field, cuts back to the middle and gets out to about the 28-yard line, which is where the Steelers will take over. And looking for now a good drive here, Max. They've had bad field position, pretty decent field position here. Maybe an opportunity to come down and get some points up on the board.
I think this is a great opportunity. I wish they would have taken that ball and just gotten it out to the 35.
Yeah, just kneel down there.
Hey, more yardage to work with, more yards for Aaron Rodgers to gain.
They're going to set the ball at the left hash. As Rodgers comes out, he has Warren to his right in the shotgun. One receiver split to the left and a tight end, and two receivers split to the right. And now one of those receivers, Freiermuth, motions right to left. Rodgers gets a snap, play action pass. Back looking, throws out left and short to Freiermuth, hit in the left flat right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard, maybe no gain. Looks like no gain at the 28-yard line as Jack Campbell fired up to make the stop.
Yeah, this is a tight end delay, bump on the edge rusher and release by Freiermuth, and Jack Campbell just triggered and read Freiermuth all the way, had him in man coverage.
We should point out these linebackers, Anzalone, Campbell, Barnes, not only good tacklers, but very good in coverage as well. So now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers in the shotgun. Gets a snap, throws out to Gainwell in the left flat. Gainwell tries to make a move and stretches out to about the 33-yard line. DJ Reed came up to make the stop, pickup of about 4. They're going to mark it at the 32, so it's going to be a 3rd and 6 for the Steelers.
For the Steelers, got to figure out a way to get the ball a little bit more vertical here. The pass rush for the Lions isn't hit it that much, so he's got a little bit more time to look downfield.
Steelers break the huddle here as the crowd getting loud. A lot of blue, as you would imagine, here at Ford Field. There's some towels, though, as you would expect as well from Steelers faithful. Lions showing 5-man rush here. Rodgers empty set. Here's the snap, and they'll bring 4. The throw out to the right flat, complete to Freiermuth, and Freiermuth is going to be brought down at the 35-yard line by Amir Robertson, short of a first down, and so it is a quick 3-and-out for the Steelers offense.
Not what you wanted right after having a scoring drive for the Lions. You wanted to have a sustainable drive, get a couple of first downs at least, and get downfield. Now you'll give the Lions an opportunity to have good field position.
And we should, I think Max, you should point out here, we talk about time of possession a lot. This is a Lions team. If they can get their running game going, they will exploit that time of possession. Your defense can get weary out there against a team like this.
It can, and remember, this isn't a cold weather game. This is indoor environment.
Waitman, the left-footed boot, taken down by Khalif Raymond at his 15 and drilled immediately by Ben Skoranek. Tremendous coverage. They're going to mark him at the 14-yard line, 50-yard punt. Remember, Skoranek had the penalty last time. Makes up for it. Yeah, it sure is. So 7:54 remains in the first half from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score of the Steelers 3 and the Lions 3.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common App from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us. If you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Think you have what it takes to be a part of a passionate team in a thriving industry? 84 Lumber is immediately hiring for a variety of full-time positions at its southwestern PA locations. 84 Lumber knows their successes come from their people. They prioritize growth by making it easy to pave your own path within the company. They are proud to promote nearly 100% from within and help you create a career that you are proud of. Take the first step to building the career of your dreams by visiting 84lumber.com/careers to apply today.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends January 5th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
And we'd like to remind you that our next broadcast on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network will be next Sunday, December 28th, when the Steelers visit the Cleveland Browns. Steelers Audio Network coverage will begin at 11 a.m. on Sunday, the 28th. Browns gave the Bills all they wanted today, although the Bills wound up winning that game, and now the Lions breaking the huddle right in front of us, moving left to right. The ball has been marked at the 15-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs, the lone setback behind Jared Goff, under center. Motion man is Ferkshire, right to left. Goff, play action pass, back, steps up. Cam Hayward there, down he goes, swallows him up. Back at the 10-yard line, back-to-back weeks where Captain Cam has a sack for the Steelers.
Hey, showing up for his buddy, number 90, who is not here in the building. And just working over the left side, working over Mahogany. And it's just an arm over, and then he slides to the inside and just wraps up Goff. Goff can't do anything. Goff is trying to get the ball away, but there's no chance when you got the bare paws of Cam Hayward on you.
So 2nd and 15, under 7:30 remaining here in the first half of a 3-3 game at Ford Field between two 8-6 teams. Goff in the shotgun. He has Montgomery to his right. Brings Raymond in motion right to left, and the quick throw out to the left flat, and he bounces it. As there was all kinds of pressure coming at him. They were just trying to throw that quickly, and a lot of times, Max, the quarterback won't grab the seams of the football, just get rid of it quickly. I don't know if that affected him, but it was a terrible throw, really, by Goff.
Yeah, it was terrible, and Alex Highsmith kind of affected that throwing lane as well. And as I'm watching the replay, Goff, threw it without the seams on the back part of the football. Didn't really have his hand in the normal position to throw that.
You don't really have to. Then Highsmith's having an enormous game. I think maybe that threw him off a little bit, hurried him just a little more than he wanted to. Montgomery to the left of Goff in the shotgun on a 3rd and 15. Steelers right now showing 3-man rush. They'll bring 4 instead. Goff back in his end zone, throws on a quick crossing pattern, and it is complete, but Eccles is there at the 15-yard line to stop Shane Zylstra, who makes his first reception of the season, another tight end. And the Lions, a 3-and-out, so excellent job. This Steelers defense has been tremendous here in the first half.
Maybe the Patrick Queen pep talk got to them, and maybe they are making that change from the Buffalo game, but right now in this first half, Steelers defense looking really tough.
Jack Fox standing at his own 1-yard line. Calvin Austin at his own 36, awaiting this punt. Here's the snap, and here's the boot, and Fox crushes one. Austin retreats, and a fair catch back at the 30-yard line, and a flag comes in, and the Steelers are going to be penalized 10 more yards, so a 60-yard punt, and Asante Samuel is going to be called for a penalty here, and this is going to wind up being close to a 70-yard net here in field position.
That's a field
During the kick, holding number 22, return team, 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
Well, the Steelers are hoping to get the ball somewhere near midfield. Instead, they'll have the ball at their own 21-yard line when we return. 6:18 remains second quarter from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score of the Steelers 3, the Lions 3.
Hi, I'm Megan Calusi of Calusi Chevrolet, and we're thrilled to be able to continue the Red Tag sales event now through the end of the year.
And I'm Tim Calusi, and right now, well-qualified buyers can save up to $9,000 on select Silverado trucks in stock.
Calusi Chevrolet has been a trusted Chevrolet dealer for over 107 years. We'll make it easy for you to buy your next new vehicle.
Find your Red Tag deal today at Calusi.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Yo, it's Mark Madden. If you're shopping for a new TV or appliance, Voss TV and Appliance is the only store for you. Voss is a locally owned family business with the buying power of a big box store. Visit my guys Rick or Matt at Voss TV and Appliance and get up to a $3,000 mail-in rebate on Cafe brand appliances. Voss TV and Appliance, serving Pittsburgh more than 6 decades with the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Visit Voss TV and Appliance at VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS.
You see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3 isn't just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train, build what matters. Take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting wages over $27 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Your radio home for Steelers football is DVE. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
3-3 game, 6:18 remaining first half. Steelers had the ball at their own 21-yard line. Aaron Rodgers is under center, has Jalen Warren as the lone setback. Brings Jonnu Smith in motion left to right, and now he will head back to the left. The Lions have 10 men crowded within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Here's the pitch to Warren, trying to get to the left edge, and gets there, but when he gets there, he's met by Jack Campbell, and right at the line of scrimmage, might have even lost a half a yard in the play.
And for the Steelers, they're not used to facing a 4-3 over eagle look, which is what the Lions run. It's a four-down lineman look, but the 3 linebackers are overshifted, so it has 2 linebackers off the ball and that third linebackers on the line of scrimmage on that tight end side. So it presents a 5-down look on the front line with 2 at the second level. Campbell, that second guy who can strafe over the top.
So now, after no gain in the play, it's a 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun, gets a snap, back, pump fakes, now comes back to the right. This is complete to Warren, makes a move, makes a man miss at the 20-yard line, stumbles forward, and gets to the 26 or so before Barnes makes the stop. So picks up about 5 or 6 yards. That's a hard-working run there by Jalen Warren.
Yeah, Jalen Warren weaved past Derek Barnes, and then the play pursued. Actually, no. He beat Jack Campbell for that one, and then Barnes made the play. I got it inverse there.
3rd and a long 4 here for the Steelers. Rodgers empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Crowd making some noise here at Ford Field, wanting a stop defensively. Rodgers surveys, gets a snap. 3-man rush coming. Steps up in the pocket. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson came from wide left, cut underneath, and sacked him back at the 21-yard line. And so this Steelers offense, another 3 and out here, Max.
Another 3 and out. And Aiden Hutchinson working on Troy Fautanu. He just gave a monster swipe to Fautanu, knocked him out of the way. Mason McCormick was there. And Aaron Rodgers, he went to move up. Just absolutely got sideswiped. I mean, it was actually, Hutchinson didn't tackle him. He just swiped at his legs and knocked Aaron Rodgers down.
So Waitman now ready to punt it away. Khalif Raymond back to receive for the Lions. Waitman gets a snap. Left-footed boot. High kick. Raymond is going to take it at his own 26-yard line, near side of the field. Gets to the 30, the 35, and is tripped up, brought down by Christian Kuntz. So nice job by the long snapper to stop him. 53-yard punt and a 5-yard return. And 4:02 remains here in the first half from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with a score of the Steelers 3 and the Lions 3.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
Planting a tree? Putting in a new sprinkler system? Digging a trench? No matter the project, if it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law, and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at PA1call.org. PA1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging.
You might not see the people's pipelines that deliver you safe, reliable natural gas every day because they are out of sight, hiding beneath your feet. But what's out of your sight is not out of our minds. We move through busy city streets to upgrade the infrastructure that served our region for decades, using state-of-the-art materials that reduce emissions to power homes and businesses with essential energy for generations to come. That's people's commitment to making your life better.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky Giordano, one of the largest workers' compensation law firms in the country. We know the playbook on injury law. It's how we've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits. And we know we can do the same for you. Even better, you don't pay a dime until we win your case. One conversation is all it takes to help you and your family get back on track. For any legal needs, give Pond Lehocky a call.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Cam Hayward has officially hit 92 career sacks, the most by a defensive lineman in Steelers history. Second most, of course, behind TJ Watt for any player. TJ not here, and Cam picking up the work in back-to-back weeks. Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. Today's first half sideline reports are brought to you by Howard Hanna. Win big with Howard Hanna, a proud real estate partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball at the 38-yard line as Goff gets a snap, throws quickly up the right seam to Slaw, the rookie, who makes the grab, his 9th reception of the season, tumbles into Steelers territory down to the 48-yard line.
An excellent pressure by Cam. Cam almost knocked that ball away from Goff as he was looking for it to Slaw in a quick short hookup on the right side.
Lions going no huddle here. With the ball at the 48-yard line of the Steelers, marked in the right hash, not hurrying up necessarily, but no huddle here. Approaching 3.5 minutes remaining as Goff gets the snap. Throws over the middle of the field. This is Williams, complete. Williams twirls to the left and then cuts, I beg your pardon, that's Gibbs, and cuts back to the 35-yard line. So a pickup of 13 yards there on that play.
So after a pair of misses by Gibbs, he catches that little arrow route from the left side and takes the ball to the first down marker.
No huddle once again. Goff empty set once again. 3 receivers to the right, and now Gibbs will motion closer to the formation, but will remain split out to the left. So still an empty set for Goff. Steelers showing 5-man pressure. That's what they'll bring. Goff back to pass, throws, crossing route over the middle, and that is Williams that time, tackled in pursuit by Eccles, and Eccles remains down at the 30-yard line, pounding his hand on the turf after that 6-yard pickup, and that is not a welcome sight. Keep in mind, James Pierre out for this game already for the Steelers.
And Brandon Eccles had to fight through a pick by Taslaw on the route, and they are looking at his left leg right now. So hopefully things are okay for Brandon Eccles.
2:49 remains here in this first half from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score: the Steelers 3 and the Lions 3.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
When it comes to your health, trust matters. The expert care here at Independence Health System has been confirmed by Health Grades. These honors reflect more than outstanding outcomes. They reflect the commitment, compassion, and expertise of our clinicians and staff. Every life we touch, every patient we care for, inspires us to keep raising the standard of care for our community. Expert care here at Independence Health System. Visit us at independence.health to learn more.
The season of savings is here at South Hills Kia. Stuff your driveway with a 2025 Kia Sorento SAWD. Only $309 a month for 24 months with $39.99 due at signing. Or choose the 2025 Kia Seltos LXAWD. Just $205 a month for 24 months with $34.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Lease offers exclude taxes and fees. No security deposit required. Don't miss out. These holiday deals end January 2nd, 2026. Celebrate the season with a new ride. Visit SouthHillsKia.net for details.
Yo, it's Mark Madden. If you're shopping for a new TV or appliance, Voss TV and Appliance is the only store for you. Voss is a locally owned family business with the buying power of a big box store. Visit my guys Rick or Matt at Voss TV and Appliance and get up to a $3,000 mail-in rebate on Cafe brand appliances. Voss TV and Appliance, serving Pittsburgh more than 6 decades with the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Visit Voss TV and Appliance at VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS.
Your radio home for Steelers football is DVE.
This season, the law firm of Bordas & Bordas will make a $500 donation to the Ronald McDonald House for every sack by the Steelers defense during the preseason and regular season. The Steelers defense has collected 46 sacks so far this year, and Bordas & Bordas is on pace to donate $23,000 to the Ronald McDonald House. Bordas & Bordas fighting for justice. So Eccles out. Asante Samuel has checked into the game. And it is a 2nd and 4 for the Lions, and Gibbs is the lone setback. Gets a handoff looking on the right side for some room, and not much, but close to first down yardage, down near the 20. Looks like he's about a foot or so short.
And that was just an inside gut dive play, and of course here in 3rd and short, everybody packed in tight for it. Looks like what will be another rush play up the middle.
Goff under center. Gets the snap and gives to Gibbs. Gibbs will dart through a hole on the right side and get down close to the 20. And a pickup of about 5, and that'll be a first down for the Lions. And that should be the final play here before the 2-minute warning. So now it is time for the 2-minute warning timeout, brought to you by Pond Lee Hockey Giordano. Injured at work or in an accident? Call Pond Lee Hockey Giordano for a free consultation. Their expert legal team will help with every step of the way and get you and your family back on track. With the score of the Steelers 3, the Lions 3, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
84 Lumber is your one-stop destination for top-quality materials and personalized service. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a first-time do-it-yourselfer, 84 Lumber is open to the public and ready to help you with your project from estimate to build. Their 14 Pittsburgh area locations are open on Saturdays for your convenience. Don't wait. Visit your local 84 Lumber to stock up on supplies this weekend, and let's get building together.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Hey, Steelers fans. If the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns, you score 2 on the BetMGM app. Download the app and claim the casino bonus when the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns during the regular season. Don't miss your next casino bonus on BetMGM. See BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 and older to wager. PA and West Virginia only. Subject to eligibility requirements. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
2-minute warning, Lions marching. I don't think a lot of people would have been expecting a 3-3 score at the 2-minute warning of the first half, but that's what we have here, Max.
Yeah, the league's #1 offense. I mean, they put points up in the 30s regularly, and right now, talking about a tight one now, the Lions are driving right now and sitting right out the cusp of the red zone. So that could change.
1st and 10, ball is just outside of the 20-yard line as Goff gets a snap. Back to pass, looking, throws toward the end zone, and it is caught right up the left seam by Teslaw. 10 receptions now, 5 of those are touchdowns for Isaac Teslaw, and he was hammered but hung on.
And was working just the inside seam to the left on the offensive side and made an inside cut in between Duggar and in between Asante Samuel and Chuck Clark. Chuck Clark and Duggar were both in coverage and made a fantastic catch. I'm not even going to lie. That was a fantastic catch. Duggar hit him right in the ribcage, and he held on to the football for the touchdown.
And now Bates on to try the extra point, 49-51 in the season for him. It's a lot of extra point attempts. And here's a kick, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. And so now the Lions have scored to make it 10-3. So, look, this defense has done a great job. Now the Lions, after a couple 3-and-outs, you feel like a little momentum going in the way of Detroit's favor. However, a couple things working here for the Steelers. They still have 1:55 and 2 timeouts left in the first half, and they get the ball to begin the second half match.
So if they can get the 2-minute offense, which the Steelers have shown, they're pretty good at the 2-minute offense when Aaron Rodgers is allowed to be in charge of it. So if they can get something in here, get at least a field goal here before the end of the half, and then you get the ball to start the second half, you're still very tight in this ball game.
So let's get an injury update quickly from Missy Matthews downstairs. Missy?
Yeah, Brandon Eccles, guys, is dealing with a groin injury. His return is doubtful. He is back out here, does not have his helmet. I'll keep you posted if we see him going in.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. And again, you keep in mind the injuries that the Steelers have at the cornerback position, including James Pierre, who was ruled out for this game. Remember, Pierre and Eccles had to step up with the injuries and Darius Slay being cut loose from the team. And so these are the backups to your starters, and now the backups to the backups are in there. And, really only a couple of true outside corners active and with a helmet on here.
Literally, we have 2.
Right.
We have 2 true corners that are still in here. Now, you could slide Jalen Ramsey over potentially, but that still remains to be a question.
So the kickoff by Bates, and that was close. I think they're going to say it landed in the end zone. It was very close, and it's a big call because if it landed in the field of play, it's marked at the 20. If it landed in the end zone, it's at the 35, and they're going to say it landed in the field of play. Just shy of that, and so
goal line.
Down in the end zone, and so the Steelers will have to go an extra 15 yards here to try to score. 1:55 remaining here in this first half. The Steelers break the huddle. Kenneth Gainwell's in the game to the right of Aaron Rodgers, who sends 2 receivers to the left, has 2 to the right. Lions showing 4-man rush here. Motion man is Freiermuth, right to left, settles on the left side of the formation. Snap, play action pass. Rodgers back, throwing off his back foot and incomplete, intended for DK Metcalf on a crossing pattern. Jack Campbell there, but it was really the pressure of Hutchinson that threw that off.
Yeah, Hutchinson's pressure was right in Aaron's face, so Aaron could not allow for DK to clear past Campbell. Had to fire that into the tight coverage of Campbell in that moment.
A 2nd and 10. Remember, have to be careful here because the Lions have all 3 of their timeouts remaining as well. And, you know, anytime they get the ball, they're going to be thinking of scoring. So Steelers need to pick up a first down here. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty set for Rodgers. Lions showing 4-man rush. That's what they'll bring. Rodgers back to pass, fires over the middle. It is caught and then dropped by DK Metcalf. Boy, he was open, had the ball, came down and lost it right at the 35-yard line. Would have been a first down. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 10.
And that's a tough one. This is the 5th target by DK. DK only has 1 catch for 5 yards so far in this first half. He's been targeted 5 times. And he just bobbled it, caught it with his body.
Might have been looking up maybe a little bit.
And ricocheted off of his chest.
So now a 3rd and 10. This feels like a big moment in this game. Rodgers gets the snap. Lions bringing a 3-man rush. Rodgers steps up, throws left and short to Freiermuth, who angles upfield and looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. Crosses the 30, out to the 31-yard line. Rodgers, coming off his primary downfield targets, finds Freiermuth in the left flat.
And that was just a great recognition by Rodgers to look up, to step up and then look left, and the Muth got loose for the first down.
So 1:37 remains, and that is a big first down for the Steelers. Rodgers in the shotgun. Gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, throws right, short, complete. Freiermuth, and he is brought down immediately at the 36-yard line, a pickup of 5.
And nice to see Rodgers establishing that chemistry back with Pat Freiermuth. Went to him early, got the catch for 0 gains, and now he's been a primary guy moving the ball down the field for them in the last 2 plays.
So the Steelers don't use a timeout here. Trying to massage his clock, work it to their advantage. Rodgers gets a snap back, throws right, short, and this time it's caught by DK Metcalf on a crossing pattern. There is a flag behind the play. So the ball is right now at the 45-yard line, but this indication is
number 4 offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Oh, that is a crushing penalty for the Steelers. And it's going to mark them instead of a 2nd and 5. Actually, instead of a first down at the 45, they're going to be marched back 10 yards all the way back to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be a 2nd and 14.
That was the OPI?
I didn't see it.
It was a jam press, and DK pushed him because he was trying to grab his hands and then released to the inside. That was a very ticky-tack foul. That one's frustrating. That's a frustrating OPI.
It's been a tough sequence. That call and the drop a couple of plays prior by DK Metcalf. Now 2nd and 14. 1:05 remains here, first half. Steelers hit the ball at their own 26-yard line. Gainwell to the right of Rodgers. Gets a snap. 4-man rush coming. Thrown to Gainwell on the right flat. And Anzalone tracks him down inbounds. And the ball is at the 30-yard line, where it's going to be a 3rd and 11. Steelers kind of muddle huddling it here. This is smart, right? Don't let the Lions use a timeout here.
Yeah, let them use it, not you.
Right.
They want the ball back. They'll call for it.
And now Detroit will use a timeout. And Max, I think that's just a really smart play by the Steelers, kind of muddling around the line of scrimmage. If they're going to hurry up, the Lions don't want to use a timeout.
Yeah.
If they're going to huddle, the Lions do want to use a timeout. And so hey, listen, that might be a play or two for the Lions if they get the ball back.
Yeah, so smart by the Lions to call it when they did. Smart by the Steelers to force the issue and not use one of their own.
Right. And like I said, I think they'd shoot up an extra, just that little bit of indecision probably cost the Lions a few seconds should they get the ball back. Now, if you're the Steelers, you want to get a first down. Now you got to start utilizing your first downs. Yeah. And you might wish you had the 7 seconds back. But on a 3rd and 11, I think that's a smart play here for the Steelers.
Yeah, for the Steelers, I mean, you need to convert this first down, but you're also realizing if you do get this first down, you only need about 15 more yards to get in Boz's kicking zone.
Yep, that's correct. The ball at the 30-yard line, right hash. Gainwell motion to the left. Crowd up on its feet and loud here at Ford Field. Lions will bring 4-man pressure. Rodgers steps up, fires over the middle of the field. It is complete first down yardage out to the 42-yard line to Adam Thielen. And the Steelers now will use the first of their 2 remaining timeouts with 27 seconds left.
So you have to assume Pittsburgh's playing for the field goal now at this point. The touchdown's pretty much out of it as far as the rhythm that they had on that last play. But this is definitely, field goal timing where you just need to get, I would say, safely get to the 40. You're on the 42 right now. So you need about maybe 18 yards, 15 to 18 yards to get Boz a clean kick.
So the ball, they're going to add 6 seconds back to the clock. So 33 seconds remain. The Steelers have 1 timeout remaining. The ball at the 42, marked right in the middle of the field. Rodgers breaks the huddle. Empty set. Gainwell is to the left. 3 receivers to the right. 1 split out to the left as well. That's Metcalf. Freiermuth motions left and moves back to the right. Snap to Rodgers. Fires upfield to DK Metcalf. Never turned around. Sailed over his head. Incomplete. Running up the left sideline.
Yeah, never saw it. 6th target for DK Metcalf. And still only 1 catch because the 1 catch he did have was called back because of pass interference on him. Offensive pass interference. So, yeah, tough first half for DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers.
2nd and 10. 30 seconds remain. So it just took 3 seconds for that incomplete pass. Steelers again do have 1 timeout left. Lions leading 10-3. Gainwell remains into the game. He's left of Rodgers, now moves up to an H-back position on the left. Rodgers gets the snap, back, throws over the middle of the field, intended for Jonnu Smith and broken up by Jack Campbell on a slant right at midfield. And so now it's 3rd and 10. Another 3 seconds comes off the clock. And now the Steelers want to move quickly. And they get the snap, back to pass, flag comes flying in. Did Rodgers get him offside? Too many men on the field again. We'll see. Crossing pattern is complete at the 45-yard line to Thielen. And I think this is going to be against the Lions. Rodgers caught him again. Remember, he did that last week.
Defense, 12 players on the field. The penalties declined.
Oh, brilliant job by Aaron Rodgers again.
And another big first down grab by Adam Thielen. When in doubt, when things have not been working out, Thielen, for whatever reason, has been that possession receiver and got them a fresh set of downs.
And because you got the penalty, the clock is stopped. The Steelers are huddling up. So, in essence, they bought themselves another timeout here. They still have 1 timeout remaining, 17 seconds left in the half.
Need at least five yards here. If they can get 5 yards, they're well in position to kick a field goal.
Empty set here for Aaron Rodgers. Gets a snap. Lions bringing 4. Rodgers throwing deep right down the sideline. Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Out of bounds. Incomplete down at the 20-yard line of the Lions. 11 seconds remains here in the first half.
So DJ Reed in tight coverage on Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And Scantling just tried to twist his body on the back shoulder fade. Tried to turn around for it and just could not haul it in.
Yeah, it was out of bounds. Even if he caught it, he would have been out of bounds. It led him a little too far to the white chalk. And so now 11 seconds remains. Ball at the 45-yard line of the Lions. Rodgers motions Gainwell out to the right. Gets the snap. Lions bringing 4. Rodgers back and is going to throw right and deep again. A lot of contact downfield. Did Gainwell catch that?
He did.
Holy mackerel. He was laying down on the ground supine. Caught it, picked it up, ran it into the end zone, and now the officials are gathering at the 5-yard line. That, you talk about a Christmas miracle if he caught that pass.
Yeah, that was pass interference there, I think, by Anzalone.
There's a lot to sort out here. Did he catch it? Is he down?
On the field is an incomplete pass.
Oh, I think he caught it.
No, that's a catch.
Max,
that's a catch.
He caught it.
Challenge that. That has to be challenged. Yeah, it has to be challenged. Booth review, but he caught it. It hit his right elbow, bounced up into his body. He spun up.
This is incredible.
Nobody?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, my goodness. And Anzalone was
really
not
on the field is a catch.
Okay.
And a touchdown.
Wow. Holy mackerel. Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. What a play. Rodgers under duress heaves it up the right sideline. Kenneth Gainwell makes a miraculous catch.
Pass interference number 34 is declined.
Yeah, decline that. Take the tutty. And the early Christmas miracle has happened here in Detroit. It hits the right forearm of Kenneth Gainwell, ricochets into his chest. He gathers it. Nobody's touching him because Anzalone's fallen out of bounds. He gets up and gets into the end zone for the Steelers score.
Max, I'm speechless. Well, it's not my job to be speechless, but I'm speechless right now. I cannot. What a catch by Kenneth Gainwell. That's incredible.
Wow.
And they've reviewed it in the booth, and it is good. And with 2 seconds left, Chris Boswell on to try the extra point to tie it up. We were thinking the Steelers had to think field goal here.
Nope.
And somehow, some way, they have come up with a touchdown. Here's the extra point boot by Boswell. That kick is up. That kick is good. And with 2 seconds remaining in the first half, that's we're tied up.
The Aaron Rodgers magic continues in Ford Field. They were showing a replay of the untied down.
Right. That's right.
Green Bay versus Detroit against Matthew Stafford versus Aaron Rodgers, where he drew the play and got the untimed down, throws a Hail Mary. They come away with it, and they beat the Lions 27-23. And that play right there, what a tremendous job. Kenneth Gainwell was a early first half savior.
That's one of the most amazing catches I've ever seen. He was flung down to the ground by Anzalone.
Yeah.
He was laying on his side. The ball hit him in the right forearm.
Correct. Ricocheted into his chest.
I might have caught a piece of his hand. Ricocheted into his chest. He somehow caught it.
And the wherewithal to get up and then run it into the end zone on top of that. That was just heady veteran football savviness. IQ through the roof there for Kenneth Gainwell.
Incredible. Unbelievable touchdown by the Steelers here. 11-play, 80-yard drive, took 153. And Boswell set to kick this off. Incredible. And so the Steelers will have that double score opportunity. And here's the boot, and Boswell doesn't want any part of a return from these dangerous return men. Will boot it through the end zone, and let's see if Goff and company just come out and take a knee or whether they'll try to pull off their own miracle. Max.
That's wild.
Was what an incredible play. What an amazing turn of events, too. Think about all the Steelers overcame on that drive. Penalties, drop passes.
Oh, yeah. And then you think about this. Adam Thielen, big third down. Pat Freiermuth, big third down catches to keep the drives alive. And then you get that penalty in your favor, puts you in positive territory. And heroics, and we have a knotted up game at halftime.
Aaron Rodgers, once again, like you said, once again here in Detroit. That is the end of the second quarter, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. With the score, the Steelers 10 and the Lions 10. The UPMC halftime report is up next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
From last-second game-winning field goals to 98-yard kickoff returns, football is exciting. But as the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, PNC prefers to be steady and boring, like a solid ground game that eats up the clock. A strategy that scored a lot of financial wins over the last 160 years. And while our customers may not wear our name on the back of jerseys, Steelers fans can get 20% off regularly priced merchandise with the Pittsburgh Steelers PNC Bank debit card. A pretty exciting option play if you ask us. Find out more at pnc.com/Steelers card. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Steelers Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation, by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play PA Lottery online and get a first-time deposit match up to $1,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. By Pennsylvania One Call System. Call 811 before you dig. By Pepsi, the official soft drink sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By PNC, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. By Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at the Steelers Pro Shop at shop.steelers.com. By UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And by RE/MAX Select Realty. Visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Welcome to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wes Schuler with you here at Ford Field, where we are deadlocked at 10 after 30 minutes. The Steelers' first half recap is brought to you by PNC Bank, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and brilliantly boring since 1865. The Lions started with the football. They went 3 and out. The Steelers' first possession, they were able to go 9 plays, 30 yards. Chris Boswell true from 59 yards out, as consistent, as reliable as always. And just over 5 minutes into this one, the Steelers had a 3-0 advantage. That score would hold for about 15 minutes of play until just over 10 minutes left in the second quarter. It was Bates' turn for Detroit to knock one down. He was true from 36 out. That deadlocked the score at 3. First play after the 2-minute warning, Goff finds T-Slaw from 20 yards out. A really impressive catch to hold on to it in the end zone with Duggar applying pressure, and the Lions extended or found their first lead of the afternoon, making it 10-3. And then the final drive for the Steelers of the half, 11 plays, 80 yards, trying to get into field goal range, and instead Kenneth Gainwell with one of the most impressive touchdown catches from 45 out that you will ever see from Aaron Rodgers.
It's the snap. Lions bringing 4. Rodgers back and is going to throw right and deep again. A lot of contact downfield. Did Gainwell catch that?
He did.
Holy mackerel. He was laying down on the ground supine, caught it, picked it up, ran it into the end zone, and now the officials are gathering at the 5-yard line. That, you talk about a Christmas miracle if he caught that pass.
He was really on the field. Is a catch. And a touchdown.
Wow! Holy mackerel! Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. What a play!
I'm telling you, folks, if you have been driving around this whole time and you still haven't seen it, as soon as you get to your destination, pull up your social media, because truly, one of the most impressive, improbable catches you'll ever see by Kenneth Gainwell, falling down one-handed, and then the wherewithal to get up and run that thing into the end zone in the final seconds. Just unbelievable, just exactly what the Steelers needed, and that 45-yard touchdown catch tied the game at 10 after 30 minutes. The Steelers will start with the football to begin the second half. We'll take a look at the NFL scoreboard when we return on the other side. You are listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Great googly moogly. This one's got heart. Rob King here for Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 Pizza, a bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Order one today, online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection, keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough. Like Pittsburgh, they're energy efficient and they look great too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us. If you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know what teamwork and a winning tradition are all about, and so does the team at Calusi Chevrolet. Having been in business for over 107 years, they know what it takes to keep customers coming back year after year. Things like great pricing, great selection, and great service after the sale. So take it from me, Will Howard. There's never been a better time to buy or better dealer to buy from. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Randy Bauman Mornings and Steelers Football, DVE.
Back at Ford Field, where it's the Steelers 10 and the Lions 10 at the half. Let's take a look at the NFL scoreboard, brought to you by Number One Cochran, the preferred auto group of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rest of the league is looking like this. Jacksonville up 17-10 on the Broncos in Denver. Third quarter just beginning there. Houston leads Las Vegas 13-7 at the break. Earlier action today, Carolina in a crucial battle in the NFC South. They take down the Bucs 23-20 to move to first place. Buffalo wins a close one in Cleveland 23-20 over the Browns. Cincinnati, they roll in Miami against the Dolphins 45-21. We'll take a look at the first half stats when we return on the other side. You are listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
You win every time you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. The team there is your first line of defense to help you save time and money with their powerful fleet of delivery trucks. And their new showroom is now open. Score big with Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and more. They've got everything you need under one roof to get you to the red zone. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
Enjoy awesome deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. 2 awesome hours. 5 awesome favorites at discount prices, including our soup, salad, bread, nacho, and dessert bar for only $9.99. $10.99 whitefish, $11.99 soft chicken, and sirloin tips and more. And for our lunch diners, we also have another awesome deal. Get our soup, salad, nacho, bread, and dessert bar for just $9.99. Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Dine-in only. No other discounts apply.
Horses, steak, and sea house. Horses is hospitality.
So, who's up for dessert?
Tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
It's the Steelers 10, the Lions 10, halftime here in Detroit. Let's break down the first half stats, brought to you by Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. Aaron Rodgers, 14 of 24, 141 yards. That touchdown pass to Kenneth Gainwell at the end of the second quarter there. Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren, just 6 runs for the Steelers in that first half. 3 apiece for each. Gainwell 3 for 23, Warren 3 for 9. They got to get more going on the ground. Kenneth Gainwell, though, 3 receptions for 52 yards in the touchdown. Adam Thielen, 3 for 32 in the first half as well. Jared Goff, 15 of 20 with the touchdown pass. The Steelers are doing a good job of limiting talented Lions running back trio. Gibbs, 6 carries for just 5 yards. Montgomery, 4 for 14. Team stats before I get out of here: 10 first downs for the Lions, 8 for the Steelers in the first 30 minutes. Steelers 5 of 9 on third down conversions, doing a pretty good job on third down and getting off the field on defense. Detroit 3 of 7 on third downs. Total net yards halfway home here. The Steelers have 158. The Lions have 167. Thanks to Caliente Pizza and Draft House for feeding our crew today back at studio headquarters. Caliente Pizza and Draft House, the pizza of champions. I'm Wes Schuler, and you've been listening to the UPMC Halftime Report. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll have the second half kickoff right after this. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
For more than 65 years, Schneider Downs has provided a full spectrum of business consulting solutions to the Western Pennsylvania region. Tax and accounting, digital solutions and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com.
Terry Wirgenis here from the Gateway Clipper. Come aboard this holiday season for a festive dinner out on the water. Join us Friday nights for the Holiday Sparkle Dinner or Saturdays for our signature cruise, the Holiday Captain's Dinner. Group rates are available. Call us at 412-355-7980 today.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henny Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
Second half getting ready to get underway here. Here is the Bates run-up and the kick, and it's going to be taken by Jalen Warren at his own 9-yard line. Heads up the right hash, looking for a little hole, gets across the 30 down to the 32-yard line. Time for today's second half preview, brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play to win with the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Missy?
Well, guys, we know to start the second half last week against Miami, they were able to bookend the half with a touchdown prior from Connor Hayward and one from MVS in the third. They're looking to do that again because that's the only touchdown they've had when they got the ball to start the second half, Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. Remember a field goal the week before against the Ravens. This had not been a good position for the Steelers, but hopefully a trend that's reversing as Jalen Warren gets the ball, starts left and jets right and gets to the edge and picks up 5 yards on first down. So, Max, that double score we were talking about, thanks to that Gainwell miraculous play to end the first half. And now an opportunity again. Look, we talk about some of the things that maybe need to be tightened up for the Steelers down the stretch. This third quarter, getting the ball first thing is one of those.
Yeah, they need to clear this up. It was 2.8 that they were averaging in the season for the last 2 weeks where they actually were putting up points in the third quarter. So let's see if that trend can continue. Something better than a field goal.
Spencer Anderson motions back now, I formation behind Rodgers. And here's a handoff following Spencer Anderson off the right side. It's Warren, and he's going to pick up a couple out to about the 38-yard line to bring up a third and about 2.5 or so.
And Spencer Anderson running the traditional fullback lead.
How about that?
ISO up the middle. Didn't get as much yards as I was hoping on that one, but it's nice to see they're trying to deploy Spencer Anderson a lot of different ways, whether it's wing, motion, fullback, broken eye, fullback, using them in a lot of different ways in the Steelers offense.
3rd and 2. The Steelers send 4 receivers out to the right. Now Gainwell, one of those, will motion across to the right. 2 receivers in that direction. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass. Comes to the right and throws, and it is complete. DK Metcalf makes the catch along the sideline and is tackled around the ankles at midfield as he is able to pick up the first down for the Steelers.
And that was one where they had DK ISO'd on the right side because Kenneth Gainwell was in as a wing, and they just worked one-on-one against Rock Ya-Sin, and nice comeback to get the first down.
So the ball is just technically on the other side of midfield, so they're going to call it the 50-yard line here on a 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Starting with a wide formation and now bringing Darnell Washington and Kenneth Gainwell sort of detached H-backs on either side of the formation. Empty set, snap, 4-man rush coming. Rodgers back, throws, and just hurls it away over the head of Gainwell into the Steelers bench as pressure was coming and nobody open, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, DJ Reader got free up the middle. Aaron Rodgers throws it off of his back foot, out of bounds, just launches it. There was nobody open downfield for the Steelers receivers.
And again, in case you're just joining us now, you get the ball maybe 5 more yards. I'd be very interested to see if Mike Tomlin would try a 63-yarder because we saw Boswell kick one in pregame warmups, but Steelers want to get more than that here now in the 2nd and 10. 12:44 remaining, opening drive here of the 3rd quarter in a 10-10 game. Empty set again for Rodgers. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wants a snap, gets it. Back to pass, 4-man rush. Throws out to the right, too high. Intended for Gainwell on the right flat, incomplete. And so now it will be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, DJ Reed in tight coverage on Kenneth Gainwell. That ball kind of sailed a little bit high when Rodgers was trying to get the ball to him, just right outside of his outstretched hands. If he had about 4 more inches in height, that would have been a nice catch. But fortunately, Kenneth is a little bit shorter than that. It's not DK off the edge.
That was an uncatchable ball, really. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty set again. Crowd loud. They understand a stop here would be beneficial for their Lions defense. Now Rodgers hollers out to the left, to the right. Gets a snap, back, 4-man rush coming. Rodgers throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Thielen, and Thielen to the 32-yard line of the Lions, and it will be a first down on a 3rd and 10 pickup, an 18-yard pickup.
Adam Thielen has been a nice security blanket running the inside slot position, and he just hooks up right on the seam on the interior slot. 3 receivers to the left, just sits down on the seam, and then just jumps forward. He's not trying to get any yards after the catch. A little bit older of the receiving core, so he knows he's the Ed McCaffrey of this team. He's the possession receiver.
Jalen Warren is checked in now. Connor Hayward motions to an I formation behind Rodgers under center. Snap and the give to Warren. Left side, finds a crease, stays on his feet, crosses the 25, still on his feet, across the 15, and down to the 11-yard line. A pickup of 20 yards for Jalen Warren on that run before DJ Reed can make the stop.
Connor Hayward. Oh, little baby Ironhead has a nice wrap block on Alex Anzalone, allows Jalen Warren to cut back to the inside. And then after that, it's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, always falling forward, Jalen Warren.
The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz. Ball at the 12-yard line. Warren behind Rodgers, officially calling it the 11, just inside the 12, can pick up a first down here. Rodgers, play action pass, rolling out to the right, looking. Rodgers is going to tuck it and get to the far sideline and escorted out of bounds there by Jack Campbell just inside the 10. So picked up a couple, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Rodgers had that rushing touchdown a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, feeling a little spry. And then he was giving Jack Campbell a little bit of an earful, joking with him about the old man beating him to the edge.
Yep, so just kind of a broken play. Wanted to come left originally, not there. Now Spencer Anderson is checked in as the extra offensive lineman in this formation. Rodgers under center. Warren the lone setback. 3 tight end look here for the Steelers, including Anderson. Rodgers play action pass, throws out to the right. It is complete. Darnell Washington circles back to the left, leans forward inside the 5. Did he lose the football? The Lions think that he did. The officials right now are saying he's down. Jack Campbell came away with the football. The ball is marked down near the 3-yard line. And it is very difficult to see.
Can't tell. And he reaches on the ball after his butt's on the ground. So
and the Steelers trying to move quickly here, and Aaron Rodgers is hot because Washington wasn't lined up properly, and the Lions are going to challenge us. They think they've got a turnover. Oh, this would be a huge turn of events.
There's no way to tell. His butt's on the ground, and Campbell doesn't come away with it till clearly after.
I don't know, Max.
Detroit is challenging the ruling on the field that the runner's down by contact. We'll review the play.
That was
this
a clear
coach's
angle.
challenge is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordas & Bordas fighting for justice. So 10:07 remains here in the third quarter from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score: the Steelers 10 and the Lions 10.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone. Whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Tractor trailers are some of the most dangerous vehicles on the road. There are federal rules for load sizes, driver's hours, and maintenance for a reason. When big rigs don't follow these rules, entire families can be torn apart. We have the talent and the resources to take on these large companies. Hopefully, through our work, families are being helped and trucking companies are getting the message about safety.
Bordas & Bordas, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Well, the challenge successful by Dan Campbell. The call reversed on the field. It is Lions football after the fumble by Darnell Washington and the recovery by Jack Campbell. So the Lions will have the ball at their own 3-yard line, set on the left hash. So a very impressive opening drive to begin the second half for the Steelers. Remember, they started deep in their own territory and after the kickoff and marched it all the way down to the 3-yard line. 10:33 remains in the third quarter, though, and it will be Lions football.
Very reminiscent of the Lions in their first drive that they got stopped in the very same area. So let's see if the defense can hold up and maybe come up with some heroics on their own.
Goff in the shotgun. He has Jahmyr Gibbs to his right. Gets the handoff. Play action pass. Rolling out to his right. Looking. Throws towards the sideline. And nobody there. Jack Sawyer in pursuit of Goff. And he just threw it away. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Goff was playing with fire. He was deep in his own end zone. And nobody was wide open. So heads up play by him to get that ball out as Jack Sawyer was barreling down on him.
So Goff, by the way, 4-time Pro Bowler. 2nd in the league in passer rating. 29 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, tied for the fewest, but he only has 44 rush yards. He's not a real threat to run.
No, he is not. He runs to get free, not runs to get first downs.
Shotgun back, looking, pressure coming up the middle, throws out to the left flat, complete to Gibbs, and Gibbs is wrapped up and flung out of bounds by Highsmith at the 5-yard line, so just a 2-yard pickup. Boy, Highsmith has been all over the field for the Steelers.
Listen, I know that people were like, oh, man, TJ's out, Herbig's out, but I'm so glad that man 56 is back in this lineup because he has been towing the line on that edge and not allowing a lot of success for the Lions to their offensive left.
So under 10 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 3rd and 8. Goff, empty set. And now he will bring Gibbs back in motion to his left. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Steelers showing pressure up the middle. They will bring 4 with an outside blitz. And Goff is wrapped up by that blitzer and thrown down for a safety. It's Duggar who came on the late blitz on the offensive left side and swirled him down for a safety.
Thank you, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph there on that one. Kyle Duggar absolutely flew through the line. He was on the far left side off of the slot, and at the drop, just wheeled his way inside in between Mahogany and Egukun and just nailed Jared Goff right in the middle of the end zone between the I and the O of Lions. And we have a safety, or a.k.a. the praying position, because we just got a nice little lead there with 2 points.
That is, again, the safety mark, right? Yep. What did we have with the
temptation roll.
The temptation roll with the illegal procedure.
There we go, Motown,
Okay.
little reference.
That's right.
That's
we're in
temptation
Detroit.
roll for false start.
Man, this Steelers defense has been incredible in this game. Now, keep in mind, this is the most explosive offense in the league.
Number 1.
Even more explosive since Dan Campbell took over.
Yes.
Even more explosive at home. 34 points per game almost at home here. And the Steelers thus far have held them to 10 points and come away with 2 with a safety.
And about to get possession back again on the free kick after that safety. So an opportunity to build on this, because that first drive, they marched down the field and got to the 3-yard line. And they did the on-field challenge. So hopefully, if they can get something going here, where they can beat that 2.8. Right now, we're at 2 points out of the 2.8 scored in a quarter.
Well, this will be really interesting, too, because, again, the alignment is the same, except the kicker's back at his 20. So the one thing about these blocks, you have to hold them for shorter. So you wonder if perhaps this is an opportunity for a bigger return, because you don't have to hold your block as long, Max, right?
Yeah.
First time we've seen one all year, though.
Yeah, first one we've experienced it. It's been on TV, but never live like this.
And here's the kick, and it's going to drive Gainwell back. He's going to get at his own 10, so not as shallow as you'd like to see. Starts to his left, gets across the 30, out to the 32-yard line before he stopped. The Kyle Duggar sack of Goff for a safety was the Northwest switch of possession play. Listen to Michelle Michaels tomorrow for the cue to call in. Tell her the Northwest Bank switch of possession play and win a $100 Visa gift card courtesy of Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com. Northwest Bank for what's next.
Can we officially count that as a turnover now?
It's a switch of possession.
It is a switch of possession, like Northwest, says.
That's right. Ball
it's the second time.
Hey,
the 4th down stop, and now they've had this one.
And we were talking about time of possession here, right? So now you can go on another drive here, maybe start to wear out this Lions defense with the ball at the 31-yard line. Aaron Rodgers is under center. By the way, the Steelers hold the time of possession advantage right now, 18-16 to 7:02. Handoff to Warren, and off the right side, he bounces back to the left. Anzalone grabs him right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain in the play. Cut off on the front side, cut back to the back side, and Anzalone was there to stop him for no gain.
And this Lions defense, of course, getting a little desperate there, feeling like, oh my goodness, we got to try and take advantage of this. So they sent a run blitz in there. They blitzed 7 guys on the play, and Anzalone just happened to be in the backside gap that Jalen Warren cut back to.
And keep in mind, the Lions are desperate for a victory. And the Steelers, of course, 8-6 in first place in the AFC North, trying to keep their momentum going with 2 consecutive wins. Rodgers in the shotgun, gets the snap, back to pass, looking left and throws it to Gainwell out in the left flat, wide open, turns up the left sideline and races out of bounds near midfield. Just a quick, simple throw out in the left flat and a big gain for the Steelers.
And Kenneth Gainwell has been a difference maker in this passing game, and right there gets him right to the 50-yard line at midfield in a desperate, needed moment. And he just motioned out and just ran a little quick out on there, and Aaron Rodgers able to spot him and catch him in stride as he ran upfield for the additional yardage.
19-yard pickup. Rodgers saunters up to the line of scrimmage. Tight ends on each side, and H-back to the right. Lone setback is Warren. Motion man is Jonnu Smith, right to left. Play action pass. Rodgers rolling out to the right, looking, going to fire deep for DK Metcalf. I beg your pardon, that's Scantling. Oh, and Scantling, a diving attempt in the end zone and couldn't quite haul it in.
So close. So close, because he had tight coverage with Rock Ya-Sin, and then he accelerated away from him at about the 5-yard line. creating a 2-yard cushion, but ball was put a little bit too far out, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling down in the end zone on both knees. Probably need to take a breath. He probably got the wind knocked out of him trying to go for that ball.
Dove splaying out, got both hands on it. Would have been an incredible catch. He was able to get both hands on it. Heck of a throw by Aaron Rodgers, too, as well, leading him back just a little bit. Man, that is a look. A lot of times receivers will tell you if they get both hands on the ball, they should catch it. That's a difficult catch.
That was tough.
Moving back to his left a little bit
and both feet off the ground.
Right.
And it was not like it was two hands around the football. It was like two hands. Hand was behind the football when it hit the double motion.
And hit the ground hard. And so they're going to take a look at him in the blue tent. And the Steelers now will break the huddle. 8:05 remaining third quarter. Following this safety, trying to put some more points up on the board. Leading 12-10, 2nd and 10. Gainwell to the right of Rodgers in the shotgun. Gets a snap. And the give to Gainwell on the delay is hit by Lopez right at the line of scrimmage and struggles forward just across midfield. Maybe picked up a foot or so is it. And it's going to be 3rd and 9.
And Roy Lopez just whipped the block at the point of attack by Zach Frazier, able to quick swim him to the inside. And Kenneth Gainwell did not have an opportunity to cut back. He was already up into the line of scrimmage.
So no huddle here, but Rodgers has walked to his left, communicated directly with Gainwell and Metcalf, and now gets back into the shotgun. Still 13 on the play clock. 3 receivers to the right as well. Now Rodgers will gesture out to the right. The receivers out there communicating. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass. Pump fake, steps up and wants to run and makes a man miss and sprawls forward and was just tripped up enough at the 42-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And let's see what the Steelers elect to do here on a 4th and 2 from the 42-yard line of the Lions, and the offense remains out on the field.
Aaron, I thought he had it. I thought he had it. I'd say another one. Crazy legs.
He did. He looked like Crazy Legs Hirsch. Made a little move, just tripped up, and now on a 4th and 2 in the shotgun, and the Lions want to use a timeout here.
Yeah, Lions use a timeout. Not used to somebody else being aggressive. Hello, Dan Campbell. Meet Mike Tomlin.
I got to tell you, DK Metcalf barely made it back to the huddle. He's been sprinting all up and down the field. Had his hands on his hips.
Yeah.
I think he could use this break right now.
He could definitely utilize this break right now. And, you know, it's been tough sledding for DK in this game. He hasn't had a lot of stats, a lot of throws, missed a lot of catches. And, I mean, on the day, DK is sitting at about, what does he have right now? DK has 2 catches out of 7 targets. So well below his average on the season. So I'm sure he wants to get back involved in big moment here on 4th down to see what he can do.
6:47 remains third quarter. Steelers up 12-10. 4th and 2 from the Lions 42. The Steelers are going for it. 3 receivers to the right. Gainwell to the left of Rodgers in the shotgun. Now Rodgers moves him into the left H-back position. Gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking right. Throws. Complete. First down. Scotty Miller on a slant right to left at the 35-yard line. And Miller makes his 3rd reception of the season.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here all season, right? Scotty Miller. Listen, Aaron Rodgers, if you're on the field, you are literally a viable target. Don't think you're coming in to run a decoy route or you're going to just be a receiver just running off. You are live at all moments.
Rodgers under center. Lone setback is Warren. Motion man Metcalf starts left and goes back to the right. The toss to Warren to the right side and squares up and is squared up as well as he does. Gets about a 3-yard pickup. It was Barnes who hit him right around the 32-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup will bring up a 2nd and 7.
Oh, I wish that Jalen would have been closer to Troy Fautanu, because Troy Fautanu came on the edge and he blew up Muhammad. I mean, that's one of those like comic book ones where the hands go back and it looked like you're on roller skates going backwards, but he was just a little bit too far behind to really utilize that block in his favor to get upfield.
By the way, it was Davenport on the stop, and it was Barnes who came in late, but Davenport had the initial hit. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll give him 4 yards on that game. Warren the lone setback as Rodgers turns, gives to Warren, starts right, cuts back to the left, crosses the 30, gets to about the 29. And some of these gaps, they look like the cutback is there, but they're closing quickly here.
Fast flow linebackers on that second level between Barnes, Campbell, and Anzalone. These guys can cover sideline to sideline. That's been one of the strengths of this Detroit Lions defense, is that ability. The front line's okay. They got some big, beefy bodies, but it is definitely the edge flying capability of their linebackers that minimizes a lot of those big gains.
Under 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Empty set on a 3rd and 4 from the Steelers' 29-yard line. 4 receivers to the right as Rodgers gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking, going to throw right toward the sideline, dragging the feet. Is he inbounds? And he is, and it's Scotty Miller again down by the 20-yard line. First down, Steelers. And now they want to move quickly in case there's any kind of review, assuming that they're going to want to get this snap off quickly.
The fans agreed.
In the shotgun. Lifts the leg. Waiting for the snap. Gets it. Will throw out quickly to the left. This time Miller makes a more conventional catch down low around his knees and jets forward for a couple yards down to the 18-yard line. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. So a 2nd and 8. Just trying to make sure that he was in bounds on that initial reception.
And I think this is where, because we haven't seen Calvin Austin in the game in this drive, I think Scotty Miller's kind of taking that slot receiving role that normally Calvin Austin would be in. Still sitting on the sidelines, doesn't have a helmet, but is still present. No injury designation.
By the way, just saw the replay, and he was in bounds.
Yeah, he did. That's why the fans kind of gave the because they knew it was a good play.
Rodgers under center. Gets a snap and gives to Jalen Warren off right guard, and Warren burrows forward across the 15 down to the 12, where it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. And what will be the 12th play of the Steelers drive coming up here. And 3.5 minutes remaining. Boy, they're chewing up the clock here in this third quarter.
Old school Alabama slammer style on Jack Campbell up the middle.
And here's a give, and off left side, it is Warren. He runs right into Barnes at the 11-yard line. That's where the play ends, and now it is going to be 4th and 1 from the 11. And the field goal unit still remains on the sideline. And here comes a whole bunch of reserves in for the Steelers, as Kenneth Gainwell will check into the game as the running back on a 4th and 1
Connor Hayward
from the 11.
Well.
Is this Steel City shove time?
I don't know. It very well could be.
And they are lining up to call that very play. Hayward under center, going to turn and give, and this is Gainwell off the left side, and he is going to pick up a first down inside the 5 and down to the 3. So in that Steel City shove formation, they fake it and run a little sweep to Gainwell to pick up the first down.
Steel City special. That's what we call that.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep the Steel City formation, and now it's Steel City special off of the Steel City shove.
All right, that was a Steel City special 8-yard gain down to just inside the 3-yard line, and it's going to be a 1st and goal from there. Rodgers comes out under center. Warren is the lone setback, approaching the 2-minute mark remaining here in this third quarter. Washington in motion, left to right. Play action pass, flag comes in. Rodgers retreating, and now will fling it into the stands through the end zone. And let's see what the flag's going to be. It is in that area where it's going to be offside against the Steelers.
Offsides on the Steelers.
Offside. Offense number 74 was lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
Spencer
Replay
Anderson.
first down.
That is a shame. I mean, look, you're down here now, and you've gone for it twice on 4th down, and we're seeing the replay, and he is, in fact, lined up in the neutral zone.
At a tight end position.
You are thinking touchdown here.
You got to have it.
3 would be a little disappointing here.
It would be, after how you've enforced your will and inflicted it on this defense. You've got to come away with 7, and you got 8 yards. You got 8 yards to do it.
1:56 remains here in this third quarter. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Rodgers gets the snap and will give to Warren off the left side. Breaks through a tackle, gets back inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. 4-yard gain there before DJ Reed can make the stop.
3 more opportunities to get 3 yards.
Right.
Or 4 yards.
4 yards, right.
Yeah, 3 plays, 4 yards. This is a gotta-have-it moment. This is a gotta-have-it drive. This is what you need to set the tempo going into the fourth quarter And if you don't come away with this, it is going to be an uphill battle, and momentum could swing back to the Lions if they're able to hold.
15th play of the drive as the Steelers break the huddle. Rodgers in the shotgun. Has Warren to his right. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Now dancing. Throws. Wide open. Back of the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown for the Steelers. There is a flag on the play. There was a collision, and they're going to call Darnell Washington for offensive pass interference.
And it looks like he took a
pass
line
interference,
with him.
Number 80, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
And that's DJ Reed, I believe, who is still down in the end zone. Trying to get a look at the replay here. Well, Max, that's not how I see it.
I don't see it either.
Darnell Washington is crossing.
He's crossing
about
underneath.
a yard into the end zone, and DJ Reed, he's allowed to run. He did not go out of his way to hit DJ Reed there.
No, he did not.
I don't think that's the right call, Max.
I don't like that call either as I watched the replay, and only because Darnell is humongous and did not go flying as well, I think is why they thought it was a pick route by Darnell Washington, even though Darnell got injured too.
He's clearly trying to do that. Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to cross, but that's what we call a rub. And in that moment, because I guess DJ Reed got knocked out, I guess for a second, they called against him. Man, that's a bad call.
Call at the 14-yard line now. 2nd and goal for the Steelers. 1:11 remains here in the third quarter. Lions showing 4-man rush. That's what they'll bring. Rodgers back to pass, drifting to his left, throws underneath. It's complete to Gainwell, moving left to right, down at the 7-yard line. And Anzalone in coverage had to tackle. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from the 7.
So 2 plays and 7 yards. That's how we do it. But nice grab by Gainwell.
Think about how many things the Steelers have had to overcome in their last couple drives. All the penalties, trying to do that again. They've possessed the ball for over 9 minutes now here on this drive. The ball at the 7-yard line, 16th play of the drive. 3rd and goal from the 7. Rodgers has emptied the set. Has Warren in an H-back position to his left, and now Rodgers will look back at the officials and call a timeout.
Yeah, but he's sitting going back to the referee timeout, so the umpire threw the flag, so that flag is negated.
Yep, he threw a flag for delay game, but no delay game because Rodgers called a timeout with 23 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Stay tuned after the game for the Mike Tomlin post-game press conference brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Steelers have possessed the ball for 9 minutes and 16 seconds and are now going to run their 16th play of this drive looking for a touchdown.
12:52 on the quarter, time of possession. The Lions, 51 seconds total.
It has been...
That's domination.
It has been domination here for the Steelers. But now trying to cash in, they have a 10-minute and 30-second time of advantage, or time of possession advantage. Breaking the huddle here now. 26 seconds remains in this third quarter. 3rd and goal from the 7. Motion man is Warren to the right. 3 receivers in that direction. Rodgers gets a snap back, looking right, throws out to Warren in the right flat, and he is swallowed up at the 5-yard line and brought down there. And the Steelers will send out the field goal unit here, I believe, although...
Into the quarter.
Yeah,
into the quarter. They'll let the time run out.
The officials, it looked like they were huddling together. I wasn't sure if they're going to call something, but they're going to just let the third quarter expire. An impressive third quarter for the Steelers. They come away with a safety, no further points, but trying to put some points on in the first play of the fourth quarter. And it's time to make the switch to the fourth quarter now, brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank for what's next. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. With a score of the Steelers 12, the Lions 10. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Life has a way of throwing out curveballs that can make it feel impossible to get ahead. But at Peoples, we know that sometimes a helping hand can make all the difference. If you're struggling to make ends meet or just need a little support with your natural gas bills, we're here to help. Because let's face it, you have enough on your plate. Learn more about our customer assistance programs at peoples-gas.com/help.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The start of the fourth quarter is brought to you by Hyde Park. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for voting Hyde Park best steak in the city. The ball is at the 5-yard line. These teams, they got their steps in. They had to move all the way from the left all the way back to the right, which is where they're setting up at the 5-yard line to try this Chris Boswell chip shot field goal from 23 yards out, set at the 13-yard line. That is where Corliss Waitman is kneeling down to receive the Christian Kuntz snap. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick good from Chris Boswell. And the Steelers have extended their lead to 15-10. The Steelers were just scored from the Heinz Red Zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 15, the Lions 10.
Enjoy awesome deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. 2 awesome hours. 5 awesome favorites at discount prices, including our soup, salad, bread, nacho, and dessert bar for only $9.99. $10.99 whitefish, $11.99 soft chicken, and sirloin tips and more. And for our lunch diners, we also have another awesome deal. Get our soup, salad, nacho, bread, and dessert bar for just $9.99. Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Dine-in only. No other discounts apply.
Horses, steak, and sea house. Horses is hospitality.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Football is all about protection. Protect the ball, the QB, the lead. With Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace, you can protect yourself with high-quality health coverage so you're not blindsided by medical bills. It's open enrollment time for all Pennsylvanians to apply, shop, and enroll at penny.com. That's PENNIE.com. Deadline is January 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us. If you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
14:58 remains here in the fourth quarter at Ford Field. Steelers enjoying a 15-10 lead after the 23-yard Chris Boswell field goal, capping off a 17-play, 64, 9-minute, and 44-second drive. And here's the kickoff. It's going to be taken by the dangerous Tom Kennedy at the 1-yard line. Starts up the right numbers. And veers to the outside. Is hit by Peyton Wilson. Flag behind the play. Here comes another. Right now tackled at the 30-yard line. And in that area where you would expect it to be against the Lions.
And the Lions already walking
during the
backwards.
return, holding number 53 return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that's Nowoski as we go downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, you call it the Steel City Shove, and we saw that. Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, told the media this week they call it Spartan after Connor Hayward, who is a Michigan State alum. Now, Yazoo is when Kenneth Gainwell gets it, that fake one that we saw. That is his hometown in Mississippi. So you guys call it what you want, but that's what Arthur Smith calls when he brings in Connor Hayward.
I'd go with the great Yazoo.
I mean, the great Kazoo, the great Yazoo, whatever you want to call it. You know.
Here's Goff, play action pass, pressure coming, Goff rolling out, and Goff almost throws an interception along the left sideline as the pressure came. Chuck Clark came flying in and was the closest to that ball. Jalen Ramsey on the blitz, and Goff was lucky to throw that away without getting another safety.
Yeah, he was hit, and Jalen Ramsey, once again, coming off of that left side for whatever reason, but Jalen Ramsey absolutely blasted Jahmyr Gibbs on that play and hit him, and Chuck Clark narrowly misses that one. The ball falls right in front of his hands. He's trying to scoop underneath the football.
The ball's at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 10. Goff under center, has Gibbs as the lone setback, and here comes a whistle, and it's going to be an illegal procedure
Number
here.
69 offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yep, false start by Tate Ratledge, and yep, that's
temptation roll.
Yeah, it's your
temptation roll for 5 yards backwards.
You're doff with a cap to Detroit and the Motown sound.
Yeah.
And then we're hearing the sounds of silence. That's a New York sound with Simon and Garfunkel. We hear the sound of silence here in Detroit as this crowd is a little worried right now. This is a huge game for the Lions. It's an important game for the Steelers, but the Lions are desperate right now at 8-6. The ball at the own 9-yard line now on a 2nd and 15. Goff in the shotgun has Gibbs to his right. Patrick Queen showing blitz up the middle. Instead, it's Peyton Wilson who will come. Goff back, throws out to the right. It is complete. No, incomplete. Intended for Williams. Dropped it with great coverage by Joey Porter Jr. And now it's 3rd and 15.
This Steelers defense has just been confusing the offensive lines. They had a 4-2 double barrel, means both linebackers are walked up in either A gaps on either side of the center. They're signaling to one. That guy backs off. The other guy fires, creating pressure up the middle for Goff, who has to get the ball out immediately. And they hit home there because he does not get a completion.
Steelers showing 4-man rush here with Benton and Hayward in the middle, and Sawyer and Highsmith on the edges. Here's the snap. Goff back to pass. Throws, and it is deflected at the line of scrimmage and nearly intercepted. I believe someone got a hand on that as Chuck Clark had a real opportunity to pick that one off. But it's a... Oh, wait, that's not the sounds of silence, Max. What is that the sound of here at Ford Field?
I think those are boo birds.
Wow.
I think they got into the building.
Booing their Dolphins team. And Chuck Clark, boy, he had a great chance to pick that off.
Yeah, and that was a second one Chuck Clark had an opportunity at. But you know what? Great job by the Steelers defense to hold them deep.
Scotty Miller back to return this punt with Calvin Austin out of the game, and it's a high kick that Scotty Miller will call a fair catch on and take at the 38-yard line of the Steelers. And so a 53-yard punt, no return. 14:25 remains here in this fourth quarter with the score of the Steelers 15, the Lions 10. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Great googly moogly. This one's got heart. Rob King here for Caliente Pizza and Draft House. Try Caliente's new Wolfley 73 Pizza, a bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. The Wolfley 73 is loaded with pepperoni, meatballs, hot honey, Parmesan cheese, and a whole lot of Pittsburgh pride. 73% of every Wolfley 73 sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Order one today online or at all 8 Caliente locations. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
South Hills Kia is unwrapping amazing December lease deals. Slide into a 2025 Kia Telluride SAWD for just $359 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Or take home a 2026 Kia Sportage LX AWD, only $225 a month for 24 months with $39.99 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Lease offers exclude taxes and fees. No security deposit required. These offers melt away January 2nd, 2026. Visit SouthHillsKia.net and drive into the new year in style.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Hey, it's Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors. When it comes to roofing, I know you have options, but not all roofers are created equal. I'm local, I'm hands-on. This is my business, and I stand behind every roof we install. I use quality materials, have fair pricing, and we do the job right, without the pressure and without breaking the bank. If your roof needs attention, give me a call. No gimmicks, no games, just roofing done right. Call 412-678-7008 or visit easydidit.com.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
Possibly. So Keanu Benton, by the way, after that last play, helped off the field. We'll try to get an injury update from Missy Matthews and what his status might be returning to the game. Right now, the offense has the ball. They marked it at the 39-yard line of the Steelers. The Lions, with 14:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter, have had the ball for a grand total of 1 minute and 24 seconds in the second half. The Steelers would love to possess the ball, march it down the field, and keep this Lions defense out there and tired. Valdez-Scantling in motion as the handoff comes to the right side for Gainwell. Hesitates, bursts through a hole, gets out to the 44. Nice 5-yard pickup on first down before DJ Reader can make the stop.
And Steelers starting to lean on this Detroit Lions defense. Great dive up the middle by Kenneth Gainwell in between DJ Reader and the other big body, Aleem McNeil.
Rodgers right out in the shotgun now, 20 in the play clock, so plenty of time, gesturing with his right hand now, lifts the foot, gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, throws out to the right. It is complete, and it is Marquez Valdez-Scantling at midfield, picks up a first down, move those chains, and once they set the ball, the clock will continue to run again.
Those NFC North former receivers seem to be catching their stride. Adam Thielen with a couple of big grabs in this game, and MVS coming up with a first down chain mover of his own. And the
Steelers going no huddle here as they come out, and Rodgers wants to move Connor Hayward out to the left. Now comes up to the line of scrimmage, talks to his lineman, will wave Valdez-Scantling out to the right, now settles back into the shotgun. 7 on the play clock. Leans forward, lifts up the foot, gets the snap, and will throw out quickly to the left flat to DK Metcalf. Makes one man miss and gets to the 45-yard line. So a pickup of 5 yards on first down, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 5. And some of the Lions players, like Marcus Davenport, getting up slowly right now, Max.
Little huffing and puffing and hands on hips. And, you know, this Steelers offense has just leaned on the Lions in the second half, dominating time of possession.
And like to huff and puff and blow this house down here.
Well, it's made out of bricks, so hopefully we have a better result than the Three Little Pigs.
Rodgers under center here on a 2nd and 5. 5 on the play clock, 12:35 on the game clock. Now Rodgers gets the snap, will pitch to Jalen Warren to the left side. And Warren bursts through a hole, crosses the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen Warren gallops in from 45 yards out, and the Steelers extend their lead.
Such a beautiful play. We talked about some of the things that are the bread and butter of this team. Well, outside toss zone has been one of those, and tremendous blocking on the outside. Darnell Washington had a big block. Jonnu Smith had a big block, and Jalen Warren just cut back and rode the wave on the backside cutback and just strode through everybody to the end zone for the touchdown.
And think about all this talk about the Lions running backs and all they can bring to the table. The Steelers have 145 yards rushing. The Lions have 18 as Boswell boots through the field goal, or the extra point, I beg your pardon. 12:23 remains here in the fourth quarter from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 22, the Lions 10.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at acrisure.com.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Confluence Financial Partners provides financial guidance that balances living fully today, preparing confidently for tomorrow, and securing what matters most. As your partner in wealth management and a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they act as the quarterback of your financial plan, helping you navigate life's transitions and milestones. Your legacy deserves more than a plan. It deserves a partner. Discover how Confluence Financial Partners can help you build yours at confluencefp.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
A Jaylen Warren touchdown gives the Steelers a 22-10 lead over the Lions. 12:23 left in the game here. Two injury updates. We'll start with the good one. Keanu Benton, who limped off the field after that last defensive drive, has his helmet on. Looks like he's good to go. Calvin Austin, who we have not seen the second half, is dealing with a hamstring injury, questionable to return to today's game. Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. And in his absence, Scotty Miller. You know, we talked about Cam Hayward last week. These are why you like Cam Haywards and Scotty Millers on your team. Miller, a couple receptions, has also taken on punt return duties. Here's the kickoff to Tom Kennedy, and starts on the right side of the field, angles toward the middle of the field, and that's where he meets Carson Bruner and Peyton Wilson, and that play comes to an abrupt halt at the 26-yard line. Here are the latest NFL scores brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Atlanta leads Arizona 26-16. Jacksonville 34, Denver 20 in Denver. And Houston leads Vegas, hanging on right now, 16-14 in that game. Oh, man, what a weekend of NFL football. Jahmyr Gibbs is the setback next to Goff in the shotgun formation. Khalif Raymond goes in motion left, then goes back to the right. Snap, play action pass. Goff back to pass. Pressure coming up the middle, and it threw him off, and he goes tumbling back onto his backside back at the 11, and an incomplete pass. And this pressure is really getting to Goff and disrupting this Lions offense.
And it's running the twist to the inside. We talked about the reserve guys coming back into the game. I mean, I know that Christian Mahogany was a starting guard, but he only started one game. So he's still very raw, and to start in the 14th week of the season, that's still a tough task.
Goff back to pass, throwing on a crossing pattern right to left. It's complete. Hauled in by Gibbs. Joey Porter Jr. makes the stop, and it looks like he's in some discomfort here as the ball is going to be marked at the 32-yard line.
He might have caught a heel in the gut.
Yeah, that's about what it looks like. Let's hope that's what it might be, because the Steelers can ill afford any kind of long-term injury to another corner.
No, they are down corners. Like I said, Jalen Ramsey's literally the only other corner, so then you'd have to move him down and Chuck Clark's already playing the nickel responsibilities. So, yeah, this would be one that's tough. And now the Steelers secondary has been doing a tremendous job. I'm looking at the stats here on the TV. 5 targets for Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 catches for 30 yards. Jameson Williams, 6 targets, 3 catches for 33 yards. So 66 between the two. That's a great job by the Steelers secondary.
We're going to step aside. 11:57 remains, fourth quarter from Ford Field. Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers 22, the Lions 10.
Right now is the best time for you to sell your current home or buy your next one. Don't gamble with your largest asset. It's more important than ever to partner with the right real estate team. At RE/MAX Select Realty, their experienced full-time realtors will help remove the stresses of interest rates, multiple offers, and low inventory. Don't miss this limited opportunity to save on your next move. Call 724-933-6300 or visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Planting a tree? Putting in a new sprinkler system? Digging a trench? No matter the project, if it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law, and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at PA1call.org. PA1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging.
Home remodeling shouldn't be stressful, and at West Shore Home, they're proving it doesn't have to be. With real-time scheduling and precision scan-to-plan accuracy, they make your remodel fast, easy, and convenient. From tub-to-shower conversions and walk-in tubs to full-bath remodels, windows, and doors, hundreds of thousands of homeowners have trusted West Shore Home for a consistent, reliable experience. And right now, when you buy a full-bath remodel, you'll get a second shower for free. Learn more at westshorebath.com. That's westshorebath.com.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind e-store Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one Common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Listen after the game for the Mike Tomlin press conference on DVE.
So Darryl Porter, just fresh off the practice squad, has replaced Joey Porter for at least one play here for the Steelers defense, which is facing a Lions team that has a 3rd and 4 from their own 32-yard line. At the 11:57 mark, the Steelers hold a 22-10 lead here in the fourth quarter. Lions moving right to left in front of us.
Need the pass rush to hit home on this one. Let's not put it on Darryl Porter.
Now they break the huddle. And Otomewo and Harmon are the 2 down linemen here for the Steelers. See this showing perhaps an outside blitz from Peyton Wilson on the left side. Now he retreats. And here comes the snap. 4-man rush coming. Goff throws, crossing pattern, and it is complete to Khalif Raymond on a little cross to the left. Boy, Samuel had excellent coverage, but Raymond came up with a catch. First down at the 40.
Yeah, Asante Samuel went over the top, and Raymond went to his knees to make that catch in front of Samuel to get the first down.
By the way, Max, you're talking about this during the commercial. Yes, the Steelers have been in command of this game, but this Lions team can strike so quickly and change the complexion of this game. Steelers have to remain on their P's and Q's here defensively. Snap, back, throw out to the left, a slant to Slaw, makes the catch. He is wrapped up. Joey Porter Jr. is back in the game, makes the stop after about a 7-yard pickup out to the 47-yard line of the Lions.
And Patrick Queen definitely.
That was the P and the Q I was talking about.
Yeah, the PQ.
Here's a snap, back to Goff. Goff in the pocket, throws left. It is complete. This is Zylstra, the tight end, and he is slung out of bounds by Alex Highsmith. Zylstra's first catch of the season has the ball into Steelers territory at the 49-yard line, and the Lions now trying to play with some pace here at the 10:30 mark.
Yeah, kind of muddle huddling here. Actually, full-blown huddle on this one. So not that much pace.
Yep.
But they are probably going to operate with this new set of downs. With this second down and it is first.
Yeah,
down.
It's 1st and 10.
Yeah,
at the Steelers' 49-yard line. They head back to an I formation here with Gibbs deep in the I. And the fake pitch, the throw back to the right, and it is complete. And this is Khalif Raymond, who is able to pick up 14 yards down to the 35-yard line of the Steelers. Again, we caution you about this. And again, this is a Lions team. They're the highest scoring team in the league for a reason, Max.
Yeah, they can put points on you in a hurry. So for the Steelers defense, you've been containing them, but you've got to do a great job of staying engaged in this game. Do not look at the scoreboard. Do not look at the time left in this game. You've got to play the man in front of you.
9:36 and counting here remaining in the fourth quarter. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Steelers. First down. Lions moving right to left in front of us. Goff in the shotgun, has a snap. Back to pass, steps up, throws, crossing pattern, bobbled and dropped over the middle of the field. And that was Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had it wide open and room to run and just dropped it.
The angle. And I am just glad he was not able to catch it on the second and third effort on the bobble tip.
I mean, again, very sure-handed normally. First receiver in NFL history to have his first 5 seasons with 90 or more receptions. He normally hauls those in, but not this time, and that's okay, as it brings up a 2nd and 10 with 9:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Goff in the shotgun, gets the snap. Back throwing, and it is complete on a crossing pattern. Gibbs makes a man miss, and then another, and is ricocheted around and down at the 27. Cam Hayward, who was on the pass rush, had to hustle back down and make the stop, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Now, Steelers' red zone defense has been good. Now they're knocking on the door of the red zone. Let's see if they can keep them out. Big 3rd down here. I imagine Dan Campbell will probably try and go for it on 4th down if they get any type of yardage here with this 3rd and 2.
Goff gets a snap, back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, and incomplete, intended there for Teslaw, and he bounced it into him. And now down 12 points. You got to figure the Lions are probably going to go for it here. They are.
They're going for it here. That's what I was wondering. I was like, if they don't get anything, it's 4th and 2 in the high red zone area. You're at the 27-yard line. You got to get to the 25. They've got to go for it.
Clock stopped, 8:45 remaining. Obviously a huge play here. 4th and 2. Goff directing traffic, moves Amon-Ra St. Brown out to the right. 3 receivers that way. Gibbs to his left in the shotgun. Steelers showing 4-man rush. Here's the snap. And we have a timeout called by the Steelers before the ball is snapped.
Steelers only have one more timeout. That was their 2nd timeout of the second half. Remember, Aaron Rodgers called one early in the 3rd. So this is only one more timeout for the Steelers, as they wanted to get a look at what that formation was and try and dial something up. They were sitting in 2 deep cover, so a cover 2 type of man look, press on the corners, 2 deep safeties, and you had your linebackers kind of strafed a little bit wide, so trying to cover any type of area for that short underneath pressure relief valve type of throws.
So the front 4 here for the Steelers. Jeremiah Moon is at the left outside linebacker position. Alex Highsmith at the right outside linebacker position. The 2 down linemen are Hayward and Benton, each with a sack in this game. 4th and 2, ball at the 27-yard line. Goff, 3 receivers to the right. He has Gibbs to his left in the shotgun. 1 receiver split to the left. Gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking. Steps up. Throws. Crossing pattern. Has a man wide open. It's Khalif Raymond. And he races into the end zone. On a 4th and 2, the Detroit Lions have scored to make it 22-16 pending the extra point.
You talked about it. It's the league's number 1. Race, and he absolutely blew past him. Sante falls down, and Raymond runs into the end zone for the score.
Now trying to make it a 5-point game. Here's Jake Bates on to try the extra point. Low snap, handled well and put down, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. 8:39 remains in the fourth quarter with a score of the Steelers 22 and the Lions 17. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network for the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, your trusted Toyota destination on Route 51 South in Pittsburgh. From the sporty Camry to the adventure-ready RAV4 or the tough-as-nails Tacoma, Ken Ganley Toyota is the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle. Need an oil change or new tires? Their certified service technicians keep your Toyota running like new with fast, friendly care. Experience top-notch service, a huge selection, and a team that treats you like family. Ken Ganley Toyota, Pleasant Hills, Route 51 South. Visit KenGanleyToyota.com.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
8:39 remains here in the fourth quarter at Ford Field. The touchdown drive by the Lions has cut this to a 22-17 Steelers lead. Steelers moving left to right in front of us as Bates gets ready to set the ball at the 30. Here's the boot, and it is taken, and it's going to, we'll take that, rolls into the end zone and through the end zone, actually landed in the end zone, doesn't roll through the, landed in the end zone, so the Steelers will get the ball at the 35-yard line.
Good field position.
Right, we'll take it.
Now, time chew. Where on this defense that's already tired? I know they got a little bit of a burst there with the Cleve Raymond touchdown, but now this is the drive that the Steelers are for real. You go and you take their soul on this drive. You go and you grind them down to a pulp, and you do not give them the notion that they can win this game.
Steelers have one timeout remaining. The Lions 2 timeouts remaining as Rodgers under center. Crowd as loud as it's been all game. Now Jonnu Smith is a lone setback behind Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers brings Gainwell in motion and gives it to him on the jet sweep. Gets around the right edge to the 40 and squares up and gets to the 45-yard line. First down run, a pickup of 10 for Gainwell.
Good start. Good
Lovely
start. You know, Mike Tomlin always walks past his running back room and says, hey, what's up, 9-yard guys? When are you going to get me 10? Well, hey, Kenny Gainwell got you 10. Got you 10 and a first down.
And this running attack
and stayed in bounds.
It has been outstanding. Gainwell, of course, also turning in the big play in that miraculous reception at the end of the first half that wound up in a touchdown for the Steelers. We're up 22-17. 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers gets a snap back, throws out quickly to Gainwell. Left flat, tries to get to the edge, gets there, and now will square up and turn back to midfield. Now, flag comes flying in late, and let's see what this is going to be.
Saw a hold, but I'm not sure on who was the hold.
It was back behind the play here.
Yeah, it's thrown by the umpire. That was deep.
Illegal block in the back, number 81, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, the Steelers have had some very, very costly penalties.
Tough penalties. Just
think about a touchdown that was wiped out on a penalty. 6 penalties for 55 yards for the Steelers, and it just seems like they've all been relevant. And you know what, Campbell, it was a block in the back on Campbell, and Campbell, Gainwell already had him beat.
Gainwell had him beat, and the angle, he didn't change his trajectory really that much on that moment. just the left hand just happened to be on the back of his pad while the other hand was on the front side of it.
But regardless, this is costly. 1st and 20 now, back at their own 35-yard line. Jalen Warren to the right of Rodgers. In the shotgun, crowd once again picking up its volume as Freiermuth motions right to left. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass, looking left, lofts up and finds DK Metcalf along the left sideline, out of bounds, a 20-yard pickup and enough for a Pittsburgh Steelers first down.
What penalty, Rob?
Oh, what a play.
What penalty were you talking about?
What a response.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. And on Rock Ya-Sin as well. And Rodgers looked him down the whole way. He was just waiting for that one step to get equal with Ya-Sin, and then he let the ball fly. And DK Metcalf spun around, making a pirouetting catch past the first down marker.
Rodgers under center will motion now Hayward back into an I formation. He's the fullback in front of Jalen Warren, who gets the handoff left side, cuts back to the right, now cuts back to the left again, gets to the edge, to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown Jalen Warren. Another 45-yard touchdown for a Pittsburgh Steelers score.
And even though that was impressive, the right side of that offensive line, Mason McCormick and Troy Fautanu, with the forward roll and then back to their feet. That's athleticism for the big men. But, man, what a great block by DK Metcalf on the outside. And they locked in, and they had Harper dead to rights, and a great block by DK Metcalf that sprung that open for Jalen Warren. Second touchdown in 2 consecutive drives for number 30. I know some people are probably not happy fantasy-wise, but the fantasy is reality right now.
Both of 45 yards. The extra point by Boswell is up, and it's good, and the Steelers lead 29-17. 200 net rushing yards. Warren has 143 of those on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns. Man, oh man, what a game.
That's got to be one of his best rushing games. It's got to be one of his best rushing games in his career.
Incredible. And the 2 45-yarders, and then think about Gainwell's contribution to that touchdown, that momentum-swinging touchdown, that miraculous play at the end of the first half, Max. The running back room, a lot to be happy about.
A lot to be happy about. And you know what makes me happy is watching these walkways in this stadium filled with blue jerseys going outward and not inward to this stadium. And I'm seeing to my left the plaza area is starting to infill with people as they are leaving the stadium. And the Steelers to come into Detroit and knowing what was on the line for Detroit and answer the way that they have consistently, and this defense playing as well as it had, down as many people as they've had, has just been playing spectacularly. So this has been a great game. Now we still have 6:41 left. We still have 2 timeouts. But for the Steelers to put up another score and answer the score of the Lions was truly incredible.
And to answer your question, yes, that is a career high rushing yards for Jalen Warren. Previous high had been 129, 143 yards for Jalen Warren. And here's the kickoff. It's going to be taken by Tom Kennedy at the 1-yard line. Far side of the field, up the numbers. And now we'll veer back toward the middle of the field. Carson Brunner. Boy, Carson Brunner and Peyton Wilson kind of alternating tackles on the kickoffs here.
And they've been busy today, too, on these kickoffs and coverages.
Now, I don't want to sound overly nervous here, Max, but again, we did talk about this. 6:41, 2 timeouts. When you're this explosive of an offense like the Lions, this game, despite the people leaving here at Ford Field, the game's not over yet.
Game is not over, and the Lions still have those 2 timeouts like you talked about. If they can go into no huddle mode and have some success, that's going to be tough. So the Steeler defense has to keep their antennas up on high.
Empty set, and now Gibbs will motion back to the right of Goff. Gets the snap back. There's a flag on the play. Throws, and it is complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Closing quickly was Chuck Clark right at the 40-yard line. And it is going to be a penalty against the Lions.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 84 did not get set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's 5 seconds off the clock.
Would have been an 8-yard pickup, and now instead of 2nd and 2, it brings up a 1st and 15 back at the 27-yard line. And the clock now again restarts here, so under 6.5 minutes. And counting here in this 4th quarter as Goff comes out from the huddle. He has Gibbs to his right. 2 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right of the formation. Snap, back to pass. Goff sets his feet, throws short underneath, and this is Gibbs. Gibbs tries to make a move. Queen gets there and then gets help from Joey Porter. Boy, Gibbs looked like he was maybe ready to squirt away there from Patrick Queen, but Joey Porter Jr. comes up and makes a fine tackle right at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, just closing speed of number 24, doing a great job to not allow Jahmyr Gibbs to break free on Patrick Queen.
No huddle, Goff back to pass. Looking, throws left, and breaking on it was Chuck Clark and knocks it away. Intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Look, I know you're putting up 3 figures. That's 2 he's got his hand on. The first one did bounce in there, but, man, Chuck Clark.
3 in the area.
Almost.
Oh, he almost had it. Oh, man.
But, boy, he came flying up there to knock it away. Now 3rd and 10 for the Lions. Steven Montgomery checks in. Keep in mind, this is desperation mode for the Lions here. They can ill afford a loss.
You have to imagine they'll try and go for it on 4th down, too, if they don't get a completion here.
By the way, Gibbs also in the game. He's in the left slot. Here's Goff with a snap. Back looking, comes back to the right, and on a crossing pattern has a man open, and that man is Williams, and Williams is taken down at the 47-yard line of the Steelers. So Lions going to move quickly after that first down. Under 5.5 minutes remaining following that 21-yard pickup. Now Goff communicating, wants to wave one of his players off the field, and that is Raymond. Gets a snap, back to pass. Looking, moving to his left, throws over the middle of the field. It is complete down to the 31-yard line, and that is Williams again. Duggar makes the stop.
They're
moving
picking up
quickly.
Picking up chunks here.
Under 5 minutes remaining now. Goff gets the snap, back to pass. Steps up, floats over the middle of the field. It's Gibbs, tackled immediately by Duggar. Short pickup down to the 27-yard line. Give him about 5. 2nd and 5. 4:42 and counting. The officials waiting now, signaling that play can begin. Goff gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, throws left. It is complete, and shoved out of bounds is his tight end, Ferkser. Makes another reception. Remember, he was prominent early, and it's a first down at the 20-yard line. And with under 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, the clock will stop until the ball is snapped again at the 4:32 mark.
And the Steelers have to do something to slow down the rhythm of Jared Goff, who's finding his receivers, and he has one of the quickest releases. Him and Aaron Rodgers have some of the quickest releases here in the league, right around 2.74 seconds average time of release on a pass.
So this drive is happening a little too fast here for the Steelers. Bringing some pressure this time. Goff floats it out to the right flat to Gibbs. Gibbs has some room. Gibbs up the right sideline, and Gibbs is finally tackled by Y.A. Black, who came down in pursuit at the 2-yard line and caught him there, but he's knocked out of bounds, and at 4:22 of the fourth quarter, the clock stops again here. They're going to move it back to the 4-yard line. Lions moving quickly. Goff gets a snap, rolling out to his right, looking, throws, and it's batted away by Jalen Ramsey, intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who'd broken free in the front corner of the end zone. Goff 29 for 43, 309 yards and 2 touchdowns. 4:18 clock stops here.
That was a great play by Jalen Ramsey to reach up his left hand and swat that ball away, because the rhythm at that point, they were 5 for 5 on passes, so you want to just kind of break up a little bit of the rhythm of Jared Goff.
You'd like, even if the Lions scored, to have had them use a little more clock, but this has been an extremely efficient drive. 4:18 remains. Gibbs to the right of Goff in the shotgun. Motion man across the formation is Amon-Ra St. Brown, moving to the left. Goff throws, and another one batted down. Oh, man, he had Zylstra wide open in the end zone, but Y.A. Black settled back, got in the passing lane, and knocked it down.
Baby Huey comes through, big 9-4 with the bear paw. I was looking for a little bit more athleticism. I was hoping he would have came down with it, but a man with no gloves and no hand tape, it's a little bit tough.
It's a heck of a play by Y.A. Black. 4:15 remains. 3rd and goal now from the 4-yard line. Goff has Gibbs to the right. Steelers enjoying a 29-17 lead. Once again, Amon-Ra St. Brown motions right to left, settles now as Goff gets a snap. Back, throws out to the right flat, and it is Gibbs, and he's wide open, and Gibbs trots into the end zone for the score with 4:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Saw that one happening all the way with the tight coverage. Kyle Duggar came down and was going to take him, and Jeremiah Moon had a butt off the edge on him, but because Duggar was so tight, Moon falls down, who had the running back in man-to-man, and it was wide open stride to the right side of the end zone.
And on for the extra point comes Bates to cut this to a 5-point lead once again. Snap, hold, kick up, and the kick by Bates is good, and it is a 5-point lead, 29-24. So 4:11 remains. The Lions have 2 timeouts remaining. Steelers have 1 timeout remaining. They're hoping to pick up a couple first downs and make that move.
Yeah, they're hoping to do that. And like you said, the last 2 drives, if there's any indication, the Steelers can move the football, but expect this Lions defense to probably be a little more all out, trying to not only attack the run blitz, but also affect Aaron Rodgers if it is a quick pass indeed. So you're going to see a lot more aggression here by the Lions trying to make something happen, because like you said, this is desperation in a 5-point football game.
Going to be the Steelers, getting some first downs. That's the key right now.
That is the key. The first key, get the first down. That's the first miracle. Second miracle is getting that second first down and trying to take one of those timeouts away and get down to the 2-minute warning.
Exactly right. Gainwell and
staying
Warren,
in bounds. Stay in bounds.
Yep, stay in bounds. They're back deep to receive this kickoff from Bates. Remember the last kickoff for Bates, he sailed it into the end zone, and the Steelers were able to start at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, wonder if he'll do that again just to try and save time, right? Because you can save precious moments and not have that return time taken off the clock.
So Bates getting the all-clear signal. Now backs up, ball spotted at the 35-yard line on the right side of the field. And no, he's not going to try to kick it in the end zone. We'll pooch it short. Jalen Warren will take it at the 7-yard line, near side of the field, to the 20, to the 30, and stretches out to about the 33-yard line as we head downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, as you expect, Aaron Rodgers, cool, calm, and collected as the offense is on the field now. He, all-time, though, here against Detroit is 18-8, including 8-5 here at Ford Field. It's been a little bit since he's got a win here. He talked about how back in the day, the crowd noise wasn't really a factor. But guess what, guys? He said Dan Campbell has changed that, and I can promise you it is getting louder and louder down here.
It is about as loud as the crowd has been all game. They understand the importance of this moment with the ball at the 34-yard line. 4:07 remains in the fourth quarter. Jalen Warren is the lone setback. Rodgers under center. Motion man is Jonnu Smith. He gets it on the jet motion to the left and crosses the 40, crosses the 45, crosses midfield, and gets down to the 46-yard line of the Lions, and the jet sweep sets up the Steelers in great position.
And he stayed in bounds. Keep that in mind. He stayed in bounds to make sure that clock stays running, and the first miracle has been achieved. First miracle has been achieved. You got a first down, and you are in Lions territory already.
26-yard pickup. Keep in mind, we talked about this earlier. Boswell hit from 63 yards in pregame warm-up. Spencer Anderson will motion, and he'll become the fullback in front of Jalen Warren. I formation. Rodgers under center will give to Warren. No, he's going to fake. Comes back and throws to the right. It's complete to Darnell Washington. Darnell lowers a shoulder, banging through defenders, is shoved out of bounds, but gets inside the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. Oh.
Battering ram. Battering ram. Battering ram. That is what Darnell Washington. They fake the run and they outsell on the left side, and Aaron Rodgers floats the ball right over Aiden Hutchinson, and he takes 3 guys with him as he absolutely, and I'm watching the replay, a no-look pass to Darnell Washington on top of that.
Just plowing through defenders, and now Gainwell is a lone setback. He is behind Aaron Rodgers. 3:12 remaining, clock stopped after that play goes out of bounds. And Rodgers wants to use the third and final timeout for the Steelers.
Yeah, didn't like what he saw there, and they were running out of time. I mean, it almost hit 0, but Aaron Rodgers spotted that play clock and made sure he hit the timeout before taking a delay of game.
Right. So if you want to play along here and think about time management from the Lions' perspective, right? If you run the ball, they're going to use a timeout. You run it again, they're going to use another timeout. And then I don't think you could even take it down to the 2-minute warning at that point. You probably have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. So there's plenty of time left here for the Lions. Now, from the Steelers' perspective, they are at the very least in Chris Boswell field goal range. Now, you're asking the Wizard of Oz to kick another one after 50 yards if you don't gain any more yards. You'd like to get a little bit closer for him.
They would like to get a little bit closer. Then on top of that, it's only an 8-point game.
Right.
If that. So a touchdown secures it. A field goal only makes this still a 1+ score game.
And a first down would be monumental as Gainwell and Jonnu Smith trade places. So Jonnu Smith is the running back behind Aaron Rodgers. Gainwell in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep to him, and then he'll give it to Jonnu Smith off the left side. Flag comes flying in, and Jonnu Smith tumbles out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And Aaron Rodgers is saying this is going to be on the Lions.
Defensive holding.
Holding, number 98. Defense, 5 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
And that is DJ Reader. Now, it did come out of bounds. I believe that Smith was tackled out of bounds here, and so the clock will remain stopped.
I believe the same thing, and I'm looking for it. And yes, clock is stopped, so we will not get that type of possession. So they'll have to wear it.
And the Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz as the ball is marked right at the 20-yard line. 3:04 remains. Again, the Lions down to 2 timeouts. Rodgers under center has Gainwell as his lone setback. Spencer Anderson now motions back. Once again, he will be the fullback in an I formation with Rodgers under center. Rodgers gets a snap, gives to Gainwell, left side, tries to cut it back to the right, but it's hit and planted. Might have lost a half a yard. It was Aleem McNeil who came up to make the stop. And the Lions have not yet used their first of their 2 remaining timeouts. Loss of 1 back to the 21.
Well, expect the Steelers to grind this down all the way to the very last second if they can, if the Lions are not going to call a timeout here.
They'd have to snap it at about the 2:20 mark. Ball at the 21-yard line on the left hash. 12 in the play clock as the Steelers break the huddle. Rodgers looking up, surveying the field, taps both sides of the helmet. Communicates with Gainwell behind him. 4 on the play clock. 3, 2, gets a snap. Pitches to Gainwell, running right. Gainwell will cut back to the left, dive across the 20-yard line, get down to about the 18, and now the Lions will use the first of their 2 remaining timeouts.
And also playing on that 2-minute warning as well. They could hit one more timeout before the 2-minute warning after this play if the Steelers can't convert on this 3rd down. Now the Steelers have to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line to convert that first down. But playing the clock game.
Yeah, this is a really, really interesting chess match here because, look, you can force them to use their last timeout, right?
Yeah.
Presumably, then they're going to you'd have to kick it off on this side of the 2-minute warning, so they get that timeout. But they have to, if you get a field goal here from Chris Boswell, they'd have to march down the field, score a touchdown with no timeouts, and get a 2-point conversion if the Steelers elect to go on the ground here. So let's see what they do. Rodgers in the shotgun has Warren to his left, 2 receivers to the left of the formation, and now Darnell Washington motions left, comes back to the right. Rodgers extends the hands. Now gets a snap. He's back to pass. Looking left and now in trouble. Dancing to his right. Will fling it away out of bounds at the 2:09 mark. And so the Lions don't have to use their final timeout. This clock will not get down to the 2-minute warning. And Chris Boswell will come on to try a field goal that's going to be about 36 yards. Let's see where they said maybe 37 yards. Let's see where
it's on the 19.
Kneels down here. The Lions injury, and again, because the clock was stopped, there's no runoff here. I can't. It's Avonte Maddox, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, again, I think second time Avonte Maddox has been injured and coming off. Yeah, it's Avonte Maddox, 29. Yeah. Watching him slowly try and walk off the field, and it's like that right leg is what he's having issues with.
Now, I beg your pardon, too, by the way. We're not under 2 minutes yet here.
So no, we're at 2:09.
Right, to 2:09. I was wishing that clock under 2, Max. Couldn't get it there.
Couldn't will it there. Lions hitting on the pressure on that moment, but Maddox taking his sweet time.
Yeah, he is walking gingerly off the field. And so it's like Waitman hasn't yet decided where he's going to spot this. Looks like it's going to be at the 27-yard line, which means a 37-yard field goal attempt here for Chris Boswell, moving left to right at the 2:09 mark of the fourth quarter. Steelers up 29-24. This to make it an 8-point lead. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Here's the boot. That kick is up, and he missed it. Wide right. .205 remains here in the fourth quarter, and it is still only a 5-point lead. Now a touchdown instead of tying it, and it
hit the
dinged
crossbar.
off the crossbar, or the upright, I beg your pardon, off the right upright. Right, as in looking at it, if you're looking at where he kicked it from, trying to curl that back in, and so now the ball is at the 27-yard line of the Lions. They have one timeout and the 2-minute warning ahead of them. 2:05 remains, and a touchdown now would give the Lions the lead. Remember, the Steelers are out of timeouts.
Lions still have one more timeout at their disposal.
So it is up to the Steelers defense, which has played an excellent game thus far. Goff in the shotgun, gets the snap, will give to Gibbs on the delay, and Jalen Ramsey has him and drags him back for a loss inside the 25-yard line, and 1:58 remains here in the fourth quarter. So it's now time for the 2-minute warning timeout, brought to you by Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is proud to bring freshness, quality, and value to Steelers Nation. Visit your neighborhood store or order online with curbside pickup and delivery. With the score, the Steelers 29, the Lions 24. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next, because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Transform your event into an unforgettable celebration with Kelly Burns Entertainment, a powerhouse team of talented DJs who share a love for precision, creativity, and entertainment magic. From luxurious weddings and milestone mitzvahs to corporate events and gatherings, Kelly Burns Entertainment brings a personal touch, collaborating closely with clients and planners to ensure each event is seamless, stress-free, and memorable. Visit kellyburns.com to book your next event. Kelly Burns Entertainment, creating unforgettable memories.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
1:58 remains. Ford Field up to the Steelers defense now, up 29-24. And after that loss on the play, it is a 2nd and 13 for the Lions from their own 24-yard line. Goff in the shotgun as Gibbs to his left. Gets the snap. Steelers bringing pressure. Goff throws over the middle of the field. Incomplete. And it was intended for Zylstra, the tight end, with Sawyer in coverage, and now 3rd and 13.
Oh, this is a big play. It's a big play. And Jack Sawyer doing a great job of carrying Zylstra. And then ball was actually thrown a little bit just too far inside of Zylstra, who posted up right on the seam.
Steelers brought some pressure there, too. Aggressive play. And it's 14 on the play clock. Steelers defense trying to come up with a stop here, the Lions. Now Goff will motion some men back closer to the formation with Gibbs to his left. Gets the snap, back to pass, blitz coming, throws over the middle, and to Zylstra. Is that caught? It looks like it is at the 35-yard line, short. It is now 4th and 2. And the Lions, with a minute 40 left, kind of huddling up here, and the Lions going to call a timeout. Well, let's see what the call is here.
Oh, the ball is moving and touches the ground.
So evidently they're going to wait and get the call here, and that's a huge break for the Lions if this holds up, obviously. Then it's a huge break for the Steelers if it doesn't, right, Max? So,
yeah, it is.
I mean, because the Lions now can catch their breath. They can think about a 4th and 2 play here while this is being reviewed in the booth.
Yeah.
Without having to use a timeout. So, well, we finally get the official announcement of what we already knew from Carl Cheffers, that this is going to be reviewed. Boy, this is a massive call, clearly.
And I don't know if I see enough. I'm watching the it looks like he secures it with 2 hands, but then the ball, he loses the one hand and it touches the ground and moves out. That might actually be an incompletion. That might actually be an incompletion from the other angle that I had, because he lost the one hand as he tried to tuck underneath. The ball touches the ground in that moment.
I don't know, Max. I think this is going to be really, really tough to overturn. I mean, it looks like the ball is resting on the ground, but
yeah, and it's like slight movement in that moment. So we'll see what the referees say, but man, that's a tough one. Still 4th down. It's just whether it's 4th and long or 4th and short.
Give me 4th and 13 over 4th and 2 any day of the week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Still looking at it, and this is agonizingly close.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. 4th down.
Not enough to overturn that call, but...
And again, this is a huge break for the Lions.
It is, and they also got a free timeout, essentially.
That's what I'm saying. They've got a timeout here. There's 1:39 remaining. They didn't have to rush. They can get up. They can get a play called here on 4th and 2. This is a big swing now, and as soon as they say the clock can start, but the Lions are ready for it now. They're up at the line of scrimmage. This has saved them a bunch of time. Now the clock is rolling on a 4th and 2. Steelers showing some pressure here. Patrick Queen lined up over the left guard. Here's a snap. He won't come. Goff back to pass, throwing over the middle of the field, and incomplete. Knocked away, and now flags come flying in late. And they're going to call interference on the Steelers.
So late. That was so late.
The intended receiver was Williams at midfield. The officials now conferring. 2 flags came in late. Here's Cheffers.
Pass interference, number 29, defense. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul, automatic. 1st down.
And that call is on Kyle Duggar.
He might have gotten there a second earlier trying to make a play on the ball.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, 2 split hair calls going against the Steelers here in these waning moments. So there's 1:24 remaining. The clock is stopped. It's marked at the Lions' 49-yard line.
Near midfield. Still 1 timeout for them.
Yep, still have a timeout. 1st and 10. Keep in mind they do have to score a touchdown. Steelers up 29-24. Goff in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking. Pump fakes. Now moving, and down he goes. And here comes a flag in as Highsmith touches him down. I hope I didn't see a trip there, Max. Let's wait and see what
Personal
this is.
Foul. Tripping. Number 56. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Yeah, I did see a trip there.
You did.
Yep, pretty clear call.
Yeah.
Alex Highsmith extended the right leg, and Goff went down. He was under duress, and now the ball is all the way down at the 36-yard line of the Steelers. And they're going to put 2 more seconds back on the clock. 1:19 remains. Ball at the 36-yard line. It's set on the left hash. The Lions are moving right to left in front of us, trailing 29-24. They do have 1 timeout remaining. Gibbs is to the right of Goff in the shotgun. Now he'll flop over to the left side and move toward the tackle box as Goff gets a snap. Back in the pocket, pressure coming, and it affects him, and he throws incomplete as Highsmith was able to apply some pressure. And so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Of course there's not a penalty against the Lions. What are we talking about here? It only goes against the Steelers at this moment.
There have been some close calls going against the Steelers. Let's put it that way. 8 for 89 against the Steelers, 4 for 25 yards against the Lions.
You could have called a holding call there on Derek Harmon, too, on the offensive line, but we're not going to see that.
2nd and 10. Gibbs motions back and now races on the other side of Goff to throw out to the right flat, and it is complete. And this is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got room, and he's inside the 15 all the way down to the 12-yard line. First down for the Lions as we approach 1 minute now, under 1 minute remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And just a quick screen out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They saw the off coverage.
Goff gets a snap. Pressure coming. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. Intended to Slaw, and it'll bring up a 2nd down from the 12-yard line. 45 seconds now remaining. Lions can still pick up a first down. They can get it inside the 2-yard line. Have to score a touchdown here. Steelers clearly have to keep him out of the end zone.
They've got to keep him out of the end zone. That's the only thing here. Would love an interception here. Would love an interception. If you're talking about any time, no time better than the present now for the Steelers defense. They can come up with a turnover.
Just 5 interceptions on the year for Goff, tied for the fewest in the NFL. Steelers showing some pressure. They'll bring it. Quick pass to the right, and this is to Slaw, and he's going to pick up that first down at the 1-yard line with 37 seconds remaining. The ball spotted at the 1. Lions still have a timeout remaining. They move quickly to the line of scrimmage. Goff in the shotgun, gets the snap, rolling out to the right, looking, has a man wide open. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the Lions have taken the lead on a short touchdown pass. There is a flag in the end zone, and let's see what the call is going to be. Oh, the signal is this could be offensive pass interference. Clearly, this would be
pass interference. Number 18, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Wow, that is a massive call and will march the Lions back to the 22-yard line.
11 yard.
I'm sorry, the ball was at the 1. I beg your pardon. I was still looking up the clock where they had the ball marked at the 12. You're right, back to the 11. They had first and goal from the 1. So now,
finally
first and goal from the 11. Yep.
Finally called the pick route on the Lions.
First and goal from the 11-yard line for the Lions. Gibbs to the right of Goff in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Steelers showing some pressure up the middle. And now here come flags and a false start against the Lions.
Pass, false start. Number 65, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And that's on
center.
McGuakin.
Yeah.
The center who is starting here today with the injury to Glasgow, sorry.
Yeah.
Not Scotland.
Yeah.
Ball at the 16-yard line. First and goal, 22 seconds remaining. The Lions still have 1 timeout left. Goff in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Throws, crossing pattern, and it is complete to Gibbs. He is tackled at the 9-yard line by Chuck Clark. And now the Lions will use a timeout. They have players stumbling all over the field, still trying to make sure that they couldn't get back to the huddle. And with 13 seconds remaining, let's see if they add any more time back to the clock. They're going to put it back up to 16 seconds. And the Lions have used their 3rd and final timeout. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9 with 16 seconds remaining, Max.
My stress level and my blood pressure is just at an all-time high right now.
And the Steelers trying to keep the NFL's top offense out of the end zone here with a 29-24 lead. No timeouts left for the Lions. Interesting decision here for the Steelers. Did they try to bring some pressure on Goff? Again, tackled in bounds would be difficult for the Lions. Still probably enough time to get 2 plays, even if there is a player tackled in bounds. Goff in the shotgun has Gibbs to his right. Steelers showing some pressure up the middle. Now they'll retreat. 3-man rush. Goff steps up, looking, fires towards the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 11 seconds remaining now. It was intended for Williams. And the Steelers brought 3 that time.
Yeah, brought 3, and Jared Goff had a clear lane to run, but he was like, nope, I'm not taking the bait on this one, because if he gets hit and laid on top of, time would expire. So stayed behind the line of scrimmage to try and complete that pass. And I don't think he was trying to hit with Jameson Williams, because that ball was zinged far inside of him through the back of the end zone.
Empty set now. 3rd and goal from the 9. Goff gets a snap. 4-man rush coming. Goff back, has time, lost towards the end zone, and incomplete, broken up. Chuck Clark got up there and knocked it away from Teslaw in the back of the end zone. It'll be 4th and goal from the 9 with 6 seconds remaining.
One more play. One more play is all you need. 6 seconds from a victory. If you're the Steelers, they just set it back to 8 seconds. But whatever, well, it's one last play. It's one final play regardless.
Goff in the shotgun. He has Gibbs to his right. 2-man rush coming here for the Steelers. Goff guns towards the end zone. Caught, tackled short of the end zone. There is a flag as Amon-Ra St. Brown was, did they call a whistle? There was a lateral. There's all kinds of craziness going on here. A lateral back to Goff. The Lions think they've scored a touchdown. The Steelers think they've come up with a stop. There's a flag on the play. There's no seconds left on the clock, and we are waiting for a huge call here from Carl Cheffers and his officiating crew.
It's got to be against the Lions on that one.
Players milling around. The officiating crew is circled at the 18-yard line. Now they want everybody moving away from the officials. Cam Hayward is saying this call, whatever it is going to be against the Lions. They have to sort out whether Amon-Ra St. Brown was tackled short of the end zone as well, right? There's a lot of things to discuss here. And then if he wasn't, was the lateral, had the whistle been blown? It looked like it had, but of course we can't hear it from up here.
Lateral will be moot if it was a penalty on that one, right?
Right, but then
it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
And then the question is, when you put time back on the clock, a lot of things to sort through here. They're having a long discussion, so I'm assuming they're going through all these ramifications here. So again, the pass was complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He was held up short of the end zone. He lateraled it back to Goff. They're saying he wasn't down, but clearly his forward progress was stopped, Max. He was thrown backwards.
He was thrown back 3 yards.
Now the crowd is responding to that. You can see the
flag goes hits the ground before he gets that ball.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is not down. Okay, he is not down when he laterals the ball. The question is whether his forward progress was stopped, and they whistled him down.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. However, pass interference, number 14 on the offense. By rule, that penalty is not enforced, and there is no replay. The game is over. There is no touchdown. The OPI on number 14 negates the penalty. There is no replay. The game is over.
Yes! Yes!
There is no score.
Yes!
There is no score.
Yeah, fans are throwing bottles on the field, and I don't blame them. You can be upset all you want. Steelers walk away with victory.
I can't remember a more tumultuous ending to both halves. Incredible. That is the end of the game with a final score. The Steelers 29, the Lions 24. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for Steelers' first reaction and the Mike Tomlin post-game press conference. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Calusi Chevrolet, serving the Pittsburgh area for over 106 years. By Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control, making traffic safe again. Call 412-301-2300 or visit us online at awsafe.net for a quote today. By Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. By Caliente Pizza and Draft House, 7-time World Pizza Champions. Order today at worldsbestpizza.com. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Gateway Clipper Shuttle Service, the best way to a Steelers game. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride at a price you'll love. By Confluence Financial, your team for wealth management and proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, ConfluenceFP.com. By Pennsylvania One Call System, call 811 before you dig. And by Columbia Gas, programs available to help eligible customers with energy bills. We are here to help.
All right, there's a lot of boos, but there's a lot of happy faces in black and gold down here on the field at Ford Field. I'm Missy Matthews with Cam Hayward. You look tired. You look happy. What are you feeling right now just going through the last minute of this game?
It's a little obscure. If there was ever an uncanny Steelers win, this is it.
What does it mean to get this win, knowing that you guys were missing some players, but you pulled through and the defense played awesome today?
We played awesome for 3 quarters. That fourth quarter, we really, did not play well. Gave them some points, 14 points, I think, in the second half. Just can't happen, but made enough plays to get a job done. Our offense played really well. Wish we would have got those 3 from our field goal, but that's something we got to clean up.
You stacked 3 hotcakes, as you like to say. What does that mean?
Just a chance for 4. We got a lot more work to do. We got to keep getting better, and we can't be allergic to the work.
Back-to-back sacks for you. Were you going for something for TJ there?
I didn't have enough time to kick the leg this week, but no, I'm just trying to get high at the right time.
All right, Cam, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys, back upstairs to you.
Missy and Cam, thank you very much. Total yardage for the Steelers, 481 to 361 for Detroit. So you come in to the building with the most explosive offense in the league, and you're the one that gets 481 yards. You're the one that scores 29 points. You're the one that gets 200 yards rushing. What a great win for this. This is, Max, this is among the craziest, wildest games I've ever seen in my life. From the Gainwell reception at the end of the first half, I've never seen 2 halves end with a bunch of people standing around wondering, what in the world did we just witness?
Yeah, what just happened in this moment? And for a team that, and Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the top 5 rushing attacks in this league, 15 rushing yards on this game. That is a monumental stop. I thought last week against Davon A-Chain and holding them to 30-ish was one of those big-time statement games. This was a statement in the rushing game. 15 yards against Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
And we're all going to be watching that Ravens game coming up in a little bit against New England. See what happens in that one. But you know what, Max? I mean, regardless of what happens there, right? This, to me, is a statement win. You came in against a team that I think a lot of people still considered, even though they're on the outside of the playoff picture, if they get a little roll going, right, they go to Chicago in the last week of the season, they beat Chicago, they could win the division. Yeah. They are a legitimate Super Bowl contender. So you've now beaten the Ravens. You've ended the Dolphins season and their winning streak on Monday Night Football, and now you come to Detroit on the road. This is a great win for the Steelers. Now 3 consecutive victories.
It has been a tremendous last couple of weeks for the Steelers, and a short week on top of that, because you had Monday Night Football and then had to come here on Sunday. And yes, you played the midday game at 4 o'clock, but still short by a day, and you traveled So all of those things played against the Steelers. Out T.J. Watt, out Herbig, out all of these players. You know, no James Pierre again. You lose Brandon Echols during this game. You lose Calvin Austin during this game. So just tremendous intestinal fortitude by the Steelers to come in here and come away with a victory.
Mike Tomlin's 192nd regular season win. That's one behind Chuck Noll. His 200th win, including the regular season and the playoffs. So that is a big milestone for him. And for the Steelers, again, I know for people, this is like, well, we want more. But 22 consecutive non-losing seasons for the Steelers. That's a new NFL record established here today, surpassing the Cowboys from 1965 to 1985 since 2004. And for every year under Mike Tomlin, they have not suffered a losing season. And this is, again, Max, this is the kind of win